It's football time in East Central Ohio.
From AVC Sports and WBNV, Barnesville Woodsfield's 93 BNV. Now it's time to head for the field for tonight's game on WBNV.
93 BNV.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Week 9 of the Ohio High School football season. Tonight here at Barnesville, the Barnesville Shamrocks will host the Shenandoah Zeps, just about 20 miles down the road. And Barnesville, Barnesville in with an 8-0 record, going for regular season win number 35 in a row tonight. And Shenandoah is 2-6. They won their first two games against Edison and Shadyside and have lost their last 6 in a row. I'm Mark Brown with Jeff Stevens. And Jeff, injuries have really played a toll on this Shenandoah team, especially with their great athlete and quarterback, Braxton Barnett.
Yeah, Shenandoah had a little bit of a smaller than normal roster at the beginning of the year. But in the first year, head coach Mac McLean, who had 10 years of experience as the head coach at Brooke High School in Brooke County, West Virginia. But then the injuries started to crop up on them, and Barnett, Braxton Barnett, a great athlete, but he's out. He missed last week's game, was injured 2 weeks ago. He'll miss this week's game, and he's still very questionable as far as being able to play next week. He's a great athlete, and Shenandoah, along with the other injuries, the roster we have here for the Zeps has a list of players that are injured and out for the season, and right now there are 9 names on that list. So the injury bug has really, really hampered the Zeps. Yes,
and as we said, Braxton Barnett is the quarterback, and he did not play against Barnesville either last year because of an injury, and it's a shame because he is fun to watch, but he is, of course, out tonight. So we'll see who they end up going with tonight at the quarterback and some of these other positions. While we got a moment here, Jeff, want to remind everybody we are on WBNV 93.5 FM tonight, and also free on YouTube television, YRP TV, and you can access those on Facebook or at yourradioplace.com. So if you got anybody that's out of the area and wants to watch the game, give them a call, let them know, and they can tune in any place in the world as long as they have internet and watch or listen to us tonight.
And we have several people that I'm aware of that at times from outside the area that are tuned in to us, and we do appreciate those people staying with us all year. Yeah, while we got a chance here, let's go through our sponsors tonight. And we've got quite a list here with our Noble County sponsors also. But West 40 Auto Sales, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Doane Ford, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Allen Hunter State Farm, Barnesville Hospital, WVU Medicine, Hissam Service Center, Ben Schaefer Realty, Guernsey County Sportsman Association, Chandler Funeral Home, Hartley and Marshall LLC, Stoney's RV Sales and Service, People's Bank, WB Green Insurance, Hendershot Detailing, Rumor Loudon, Barnesville Dairy Queen, Sue Snowd State Farm, McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home, Farmers and Merchants Bank, Bicon Services, and Belmont and Dodge. And our scoreboard updates throughout the game will be sponsored by Village Hardware and Rental and Chandler Monuments. All first downs tonight sponsored by Caldwell Lumber. And post-game, we will have a Shenandoah player of the game, and that will be sponsored by Plus One Pizza in Caldwell.
All right, we'll take a break and come back here in a couple minutes and go over some of the starters tonight. We'll let you know who won the toss and who will get the ball first.
All of us at Rumor Loudon Heating and Air Conditioning wish the Barnesville Shamrock football team a safe and successful season. Speaking of teams, Rumor Loudon has a team of 3 locations to take care of your heating and air conditioning repair, maintenance, and installation needs. We have manned offices in Barnesville, St. Clairsville, and Moundsville, West Virginia. We provide free estimates on new installations. Check out rumorloudon.com for lots of home comfort information. Cooler weather is headed our way eventually. Call any office to schedule a furnace checkup.
Today is the day you make changes, the day you have looked forward to. The day you take a step to see the you before addiction. And it all starts right here, at the Residence, an in-bed facility that designs your recovery to your needs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm Crystal Reynolds for Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. Our approach is personal, and it is as individual as your needs. We are here for you. Call 855-692-7247.
This is Ken Perkins. Robin and I and the staff at McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home want to wish Noble County athletes from Shenandoah and Caldwell High Schools an exciting fall sports season. We also want to wish all students a successful school year on and off the field. In our tight-knit community, our kids are our future, and we are honored to watch them succeed. McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home invites you to visit us at www.mcveigh-perkins.com or on Facebook.
Looking to make your vehicle shine like new? Hendershot Detailing in Barnesville is your answer. With over 20 years of experience, their team knows cars, trucks, and SUVs inside and out. They offer a range of packages to fit your needs. Check them out on Facebook and give them a call or text at 579-1374 to schedule your appointment today. Hendershot Detailing, where every detail counts.
Experience luxury and power like never before with the 2024 Explorer, available now at Doane Ford. With its sleek exterior, 3.0-liter EcoBoost V6 engine, and low miles, this Explorer is ready for any adventure. Relax in light sandstone leather seats while staying comfortable with heated and ventilated front seats. Plus, enjoy the premium technology package featuring a 14 speakers and B&O sound system with twin-panel moonroof. Don't miss out on this exceptional driving experience. Visit Doane Ford today, located at 66870 Belmont Morristown Road, or visit them online at DoaneFord.com.
It's that time of year again. Football season is upon us. Hey, Mark Kelly here with Bicon Services, wishing all our local teams a great and successful year. As your premier commercial building contractor, Bicon Services is ready to tackle everything from small facility renovations to large industrial expansions. We're here to handle all your commercial and industrial needs under one roof. So while you're out there scoring the winning touchdown, let us work on making your next commercial project a success. Bicon Services, building the future one project at a time.
Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a proud supporter of high school football. Contact one of the 42 agencies writing for Patrons Buckeye for a quote from your local insurance company covering Ohio. Whether you need coverage for your home, mobile home, cabin, seasonal home, a garage, or even farm equipment, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is located in Caldwell, Ohio, and can help. Visit our website, patronsbuckeye.com.
We are back here at Barnesville Stadium, where we get ready for the Barnesville Shamrocks, 8-0, taking on the 2-6 Shenandoah Zeps. A couple other things going on tonight. As you can see there, a lot of people in pink tonight is Breast Cancer Awareness Night, and a lot of the players and the majorettes and cheerleaders all in pink tonight. And also tonight is the alumni band. So members of the band from the past years at Barnesville High School coming out and playing tonight. And Jeff and I were talking how a couple of the majorettes and some of the other parents out there are actually parents of the football players. So it's nice to see them still involved with some of the activities here. Barnesville won the toss, Jeff?
We believe so. The officials weren't real clear with their signals during that pregame coin toss, but we believe Barnesville did win the toss and will receive.
And so Barnesville, as they have most of this year, have tried to get the ball to start the game. And at this time, we will give the starters for Barnesville on offense. And the line tonight, it's a good line. The center is Marshall Mead. The two guards are Dylan Lucas and Christian Hannes. The two tackles, Luke Taylor and Salvador Almaraz. The tight end is Brady McIntyre. The skill players, quarterback is Casey Carpenter, who is yet, from what we are pretty sure, to throw an interception yet this year, but he's got some great passing numbers. The running backs will be Trey Tulliver at the tailback, and he is getting very close to 1,000 yards, Jeff. Should get that tonight. Kobe Jones at the fullback, and then the wide receivers, Camden Carpenter and Eli Messenger. So those are your starters on offense tonight for Barnesville.
And one thing that I've seen, with the Shamrocks, they're, again, the question was, what their passing game would be because of the graduation losses at the wide receiver position, but some people have stepped in, and Coach Blake Allen has always done a nice job of moving certain people around and utilizing their skills. We'll see Cam Carpenter at a variety of positions. We'll see Brady McIntyre line up at different spots, and get the ball to your athletes, and that's something that they've always been very, very good at. I know last week in the game that we did there was probably the first time all year that Barnesville defensively had been tested. Gave up almost 350 yards of offense last week, but I'm sure they will have worked on some things there, but they still only gave up 2 touchdowns, and that's the number that matters the most.
And, of course, they saw the best athlete they've seen this year and may see in the regular season. And
Tucker Howell,
the quarterback,
really
and he did everything last week.
He presented some problems for the Shamrocks, but they were able to step up and make plays when they needed to, and kept Monroe Central out of the end zone. And like I said, that's no matter how many yards a team gains, as long as you can keep them out of the end zone. And this is Shenandoah team, as we talked about their injuries earlier. Early in the year, they scored 42 points that first game of the year when they beat a really good Edison team. But obviously, with the injuries, they have struggled. And 2 weeks ago when they played Monroe Central is where their quarterback, Braxton Barnett, was injured. And, they've lost a lot of linemen, so you've got some really young kids on the line. And that's one of Barnesville's strengths, as a big, veteran, experienced offensive and defensive unit on the line.
Okay, Shenandoah coming out. Barnesville will be here in a minute. We'll take one more break, and then we'll be back with the kickoff.
At People's Bank, we're more than just a bank. As a community bank, we are committed to where we work and live, giving back to the organizations you care about through sponsorships, donations, and volunteer hours. When you bank with People's, you're not just a client, you're part of a community of neighbors helping neighbors. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC. Visit us at pebo.com.
How can you select from insurance companies offering you lizards or ducks? When it comes to protection for your home and auto, you want a company that provides quality insurance products and personalized, fair, friendly claims service. WB Green Insurance represents Westfield Insurance. Their reputation is based on sharing knowledge and building trust. Westfield has been around the neighborhood over 150 years. WB Green Insurance welcomes the opportunity to quote your home, car, and business insurance. Don't be fooled by lizards and ducks. Call 439-1329.
You're locked on to high school football from AVC Sports.
93 BNV.
Back here at Barnesville, where the Shenandoah Zeps come out and they get ready to kick off. And Hunter Rossiter will be the kicker. He is a junior. And right now, Barnesville still in their huddle as they're getting ready to break out.
Yeah, officials still in their huddle, 6-man officiating crew tonight. And I'll be honest with you, I did not recognize any of the names of the officials on this crew, so I'm not sure whether they are out of the Wheeling area or not. I'm guessing maybe they're out of the Weirton-Steubenville board or possibly even Parkersburg. And we've got Camden Carpenter deep along with Trey Tolliver.
As I said, I wish I knew the exact number, but I know that Trey Tolliver is very close to going over the 1,000-yard rushing number tonight for the season in game number 9.
Logan Craker and Evan Carpenter in the second group about the 30-yard line. And we're ready to go. And we're not ready to go. And I think the official, there's a flag, though. There's a flag down, and I was not looking that direction. I'd say somebody for Shenandoah maybe was offside on the opening kickoff. They were in a hurry to get down and get on that football. It's called the signal would be delay of game. So the play clock maybe had run out, and it's something at this point in the game before the kickoff I never even looked at.
I didn't either. That's something you don't think of on a kickoff.
But it's 5-yard step off against Shenandoah before we even start here. So everybody will move up, and that will put Carpenter and Tolliver about their own 20-yard line to wait this kickoff.
All right, so again, Rossiter will kick off.
We think.
Yes.
And there's the whistle.
Now the play clock is starting. And this will be a squib kick. And this is taken by Tulliver. And he's going to break up through there. And he'll be brought down just about the 45-yard line of the Shamrocks. So the penalty and the run back giving Barnesville very good field position to start their first possession.
I got Jamison Archer on the tackle there for the Zeps. And we want to thank, all of our Noble County listeners down around Shenandoah for tuned in today. And I'm going to be willing to bet that I know of at least 2 people that are tuned in tonight in Batesville.
No names?
No, I want to stay friends. I want to stay friends with both of them, so no names.
All right, I formation. Casey Carpenter, the All-Ohio quarterback, fakes. He lofts the pass. He's got a Brady McIntyre wide open. And the first play of the game, 55-yard touchdown to Brady McIntyre. Wow.
McIntyre came off the line, and nobody came with him on Shenandoah. That just, how can you lose a receiver, but obviously a blown coverage right away. So, as quick as it is to tell about it, the Shamrocks are on the board.
First play of the game, 55-yard touchdown pass from Casey Carpenter to Brady McIntyre.
To a wide open
yes.
Brady McIntyre.
And he's got good speed, so he was able to outrun everybody. Evan Lowe will try the PAT. He's had some great kicks this year, and that one is good. So with only 16 seconds off the clock, Barnesville leads 7-0. We'll be back after this.
Discover excellence at Hissam's Service Center and Towing on East Main Street, Barnesville. Family owned since 1974, they're your one-stop solution. Propane, full-service gas, on-off-road diesel, non-ethanol, they've got it all. Expert body shop with free estimates and service garage for oil changes, alignments, AC charging, brakes, and more. Proudly supporting Barnesville Shamrock athletes. Good luck this year. Go Rocks. Trust Hissam's for top-notch service and community spirit.
All right, first play of the game, Casey Carpenter, 55-yard touchdown pass to Brady McIntyre, and it was just announced that Casey Carpenter becomes the all-time leading passer in Barnesville High School football history. So congratulations to the All-Ohio senior, Casey Carpenter.
And that's just in 2 years as a starter.
Right.
Of course, 3 playoff games last year, a lot of times you think of somebody in that situation might be, a 3 or 4 year starter. And the kick underway here. It's going to bounce inside the 5 and bounce into the end zone, and that will be a touchback.
Wow, that ball landed right on about the 2-yard line. Nice kick there by Evan Lowe, the senior.
And what an advantage. We've talked about this on other games before, to have that kind of a weapon to start your opponents, deep into territory. Zeps will start at their own 20-yard line.
All right, so the Shenandoah offense will come out.
And their quarterback is a sophomore, Davin Kunkel. He's in the shotgun, a little bit low snap. A little flea flicker on the first play of the game. That ball is thrown up for grabs, and he's going to be intercepted. Cole Francis will intercept the pass, and a good pressure on the passer there. I'm not sure who exactly it was on the out that threw that pass, but it is an interception.
Yeah, the ball badly underthrown.
And Cole Francis picks it. And so second possession for Barnesville here now is going to be at the Shenandoah 43-yard line.
From the Zeps 42.
So we'll go back to the I formation. Carpenter at quarterback, Kobe Jones fullback, and the tailback is Trey Tulliver. And another fake to him, and he's under some pressure there, and he's got another wide open. This is, again, Brady McIntyre. Did he get in? Hey, he did. 2 straight plays, 2 touchdown passes to Brady McIntyre.
And we've still only played 34 seconds, Mark.
Wow.
We're caught 43 yards.
Cole Francis, a holder. Evan Lowe's kick is up. And it is good. And we said 43 yards to Brady McIntyre. He's got 2 touchdown catches. And 98 yards, the two combined for.
Well, I tell you, in Shenandoah, knowing that they were up against a very difficult task here tonight because of the reduced roster, the injuries, but, to have, the opponents run 2 plays, both go for touchdowns, and you've run 1 play and it was an interception. You couldn't draw up a worse scenario for the Zeps.
Yes. And there's fans here tonight from Shenandoah, but not a big group. Of course,
only about 25 players in uniform for the Zeps.
So the majority of those fans are parents, so when you don't have a lot of kids, you don't have a lot of parents come up.
Somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 players for the Zeps, they're on the injured list and not available to play tonight.
Now we'll put the ball in play for Barnesville.
Deep turn to 10. This is Moore. He's going to be across the 40, 45, 50. Still on his feet down the sideline and finally go out of bounds. What a dandy return there for the Zeps. That is Landon Moore. Took that kick down inside about his own 10-yard line. He's going to get clear out into Shamrock territory and be driven out of bounds on the far side at about the 35-yard line.
Nice job there. He's got some good speed. Broke out to the outside on the left there, and a good pickup, good position now for the Shenandoah Zeps.
We've played 45 seconds in this game, and Barnesville leading 14-0 on your Village Hardware and Rental and Chandler Monuments scoreboard.
60-yard return.
60 yards, they're saying officially.
So Kunkel and the shotgun at the quarterback. He's going to hand the ball off to Moore off the left side. He's going to fight forward for a decent gain. He's going to get about 4 yards, it looks like. Marshall Mead, Blake Kirk among the tacklers there. Put that down, about a 4-yard pickup.
Yes. And very likely with the situation and the score already, 4 down territory for the Zeps.
They send a man in motion. That's number 88, which I don't have on my roster.
This will be a keeper by Kunkel. He'll cut it up, and he's going to get the first down.
He's inside the 25. He's going to be down near the 18-yard line. And that is a Caldwell Lumber first down. Put him at the 23. I think I misspoke there.
It's an 8-yard gain.
8-yard pickup to the 23, but it is a first down for the Zeps.
Kunkel, as we said, a sophomore.
One of the wide receivers here wide right is Hunter House. One number 88 here, and that might be Corbin Varhola. Handoff there to Moore. He's going to try to bounce to the outside, and nice job by McIntyre coming up there. Camden Carpenter also helped string that play out.
Yeah.
Moore's going to lose a couple of yards on the play, back to about the 20. We'll put him at the 26-yard line, loss of 3.
Yeah, that's as much, as you said, McIntyre coming up making the tackle, but give credit to Camden Carpenter there. He strung that out and would just not let him get around the outside until McIntyre was able to come up.
That outside linebacker spot there that Cam Carpenter does a very nice job. So now it is second down and about 13. Kunkel's going to roll to his left, looks to throw. Man across the middle, and it's going to be intercepted. Brady McIntyre, he's out across the 20, 25, still on his feet, and he'll be brought down across the 30-yard line. The second interception of the game for the Zeps, and Brady McIntyre with 2 touchdowns already gets a pass interception.
And Jeff, we had a flag come out right after the tackle was made. So we'll see what that is.
And this will necessitate an officials conference. There's a block in the back against the Shamrocks on the return, so the interception will count. And it was Shenandoah's second turnover. The Shamrocks will be penalized. That should be 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
And the foul was, I think it happened right about where the McIntyre was tackled.
So they're going to take the ball back about to the 21-yard line. Well, the Shamrocks have run 2 plays from scrimmage and have 2 touchdowns thus far in this game.
Illegal block in the back, number 6, 10-yard spot penalty, first down.
Okay, that is on Heinz Ford. So, first down. And this will be a pitch to Tulliver. He's trying to get the outside, being strung along there. And nice play by the defense there of Shenandoah. And I think one of the first tacklers there was Jamison Archer.
Looks like also Caden Van Fossen was there. That's actually going to lose a yard.
Yes.
Looks like.
Yeah, loss of 1, so that'll bring up 2nd and 11. The ball on the Barnesville on their own 20-yard line. 2nd and 11.
I think also on that last play, I'm going to give some credit there to Landon Moore also for helping to string that play out.
Okay, this will be a handoff. There's a big hole for Tulliver, and he twists around, turns, and able to go down, but he will pick up about 17 yards.
And that carry right there will probably, by my count, will put Tulliver over the 1,000 yards for the year, we believe. I'm sure we'll get an official announcement on that momentarily. Out to about the 38-yard line, so let's give him 18 yards.
18, yes. So 1st and 10, ball on the 38 of the Shamrocks. I formation. Kobe Jones, the fullback, up close to the quarterback, Casey Carpenter. Tulliver at the tailback.
Letting the play clock run down there, checking out the line of scrimmage.
This would be a pass. And trying to see who that is.
Eli Messenger.
That's Messenger, okay, yes.
And he's going to be forced out of bounds on the far side there into Shamrock territory at about the 47-yard line. About 15 yards. And that will, Hunter House on the tackle. That will be a Caldwell Lumber first down for the Shamrocks at the Shenandoah 47-yard line.
Eli Messenger, a senior, had a heck of a game last week against Monroe Central.
Yeah, had a couple of big defensive plays along with a touchdown. And we've got the substitution here as Marshall Mead is checked out of the game here. And that will send subbed into the game. That will be Braxton Byers. And we'll see. It didn't look, I'm going to say that's more of an equipment issue there for Marshall rather than an injury.
Byers, a sophomore.
Looking down in front of us here, looks to be a problem with Mead's helmet.
And this will be a keeper as Casey Carpenter faked the pitch and then just went right through the middle there down to the 20-yard line. So he will have a 27-yard carry.
That's Kobe Jones.
Kobe, okay, my apologies. That was so quick. That's why he was up close behind Carpenter.
Down to 20. That's about a 27-yard pickup. And another Caldwell Lumber first down for the Shamrocks.
That happened so quick, I thought it was a keeper.
Well, let's give some credit there to Braxton Byers
on
that. End of the game under pressure there, and a clean exchange with himself and Casey Carpenter. With Casey once again up under center.
This will be Tulliver. He'll squirt through there, and he is brought down just at about the 2-yard line. An 18-yard gain for Tulliver.
Just couldn't keep his feet as he bounced off that last tackle. A Caldwell Lumber first down. And they will put the ball down at the 2.
So the first 2 drives, Barnesville scoring and moving with the pass. Now a combination, more running.
Marshall Mead is back in at his center position.
This is that power I. 3 backs behind him. It'll be hand to Tulliver, the 2 leading him through, and he's through. 2-yard touchdown run for Trey Tulliver. That'll make it now 20-0 in favor of the Shamrocks.
Six plays to go 79 yards.
And we still have 7 minutes to go almost in the first quarter. Lowe's kick is up, and it is good. So with 6:58 to go in the first quarter, Barnesville 21-0 over Shenandoah. We'll be back in a minute.
At Belmont Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Buy for less. Buy for less. Buy for less. Buy for less. We'll have you rocking and reeling when you see our dealing, and you'll buy for less.
You'll be rocking and reeling and rolling out in a brand new car, truck, minivan, or sport utility when you see Belmont Dodge Chrysler Jeep. You'll always get the best service and selection when you buy for less at Belmont Dodge Chrysler Jeep. Don't be tricked into paying high prices. At Belmont Dodge Chrysler Jeep, there's never any pressure or tricks. You'll just buy for less, and that's what everyone really wants.
We'll have you rocking and reeling when you see our dealing, and you'll buy for less.
See your friends down the road. Belmont Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, 780 East Main Street in Barnesville.
Mentioned that.
And we're back here at Barnesville. The Shamrocks just a bit under 7 minutes ahead, 21-0, and kicking off again. This will be a deep kick, Evan Lowe, down to the 5. This is Cutlip. And he will be driven out of bounds right about the 25-yard line of the Shenandoah Zeps, where they will take over 1st and 10.
Jackson Swally, the tackle on the play.
Sawyer, the tackle, Jackson.
17-yard run back.
That was a 17-yard return by Cutlip.
Yeah, it's Ethan Cutlip. He's a junior, 5'10", 170 there on that kick return. Zeps right out to the line of scrimmage now. Kunkel with Moore beside him. And we're ready for play. Man in motion. They'll give the ball to Moore. Very little running room. There's a whole lot of green jerseys wrapped up there. Moore never actually went down, but he had about 6 people surrounding him. And that was Landon Moore. They'll give him a yard.
10.
Out of the headphone jack of the laptop should be.
So 2nd and 9.
Again,
2nd and 8 officially.
And there's a whistle now, and we'll get a timeout here. And because again, maybe an equipment issue there, and Brady McIntyre coming off the field now, and that will send Trey Tolliver in on defense, and he'll be lined up on the right side, and Cam Carpenter will shift over to the left.
They were pointing to something like a uniform or something was wrong there.
Possibility, maybe some blood.
Could be.
2nd down and 8. Cutlip in motion. Hand off to Moore. He tries to cut back against the grain, and he's going to be hit about the line of scrimmage and go down. Alvarez, Kirk. Also getting up off that pile is Luke Taylor. 3rd down and about 7 for the Zeps from the 28-yard line. 21-0, 5.5 minutes remaining opening quarter here on your Village Hardware and Rental and Chandler Monuments scoreboard. Kunkel wants to throw, under pressure, still on his feet, gets a pass down across the middle, and it's going to be caught. A tipped ball is caught there by the Zeps, and Cole Francis is going to pull him down, and that's Hunter House on the reception, an outstanding catch, and he fumbled the football but was ruled down. You can see the official right there, saying he was down, but that's a long play there. That's going to be.
And Cole Francis actually tipped the ball, and Hal did a good job of keeping concentration and catching it.
That may be about 57 yards.
Yes. So that's the first completion tonight for Devin Kunkel, and a great job there by House.
Yeah, that's great concentration there by Hunter House. the junior. But the ball was tipped by the defensive back. Kunkel keeps the ball and tries to get to the outside, and there's nothing going over on the left side. He's wrestled down there, Hines Ford, among others. Blake Kirk, Camden Carpenter's there. Kunkel will get the ball back to about the line of scrimmage. And there is a flag I did not see.
I didn't either. I still don't. Yep, now I do. Okay. Right near about where the tackle occurred.
And Shenandoah is moving back 10 yards. That tells me that's probably a holding call.
On the offense, number 65. 10-yard penalty, still first down.
So it's still first down.
But it is now 1st and 20.
It takes the ball back to the 25-yard line. And boy, you hate to see that, a big penalty for the Zeps right after a big offensive play. The snap gets away, and Kunkel just falls on it back about his own 39-yard line. That's going to lose another, put him at the 38. So that's going to be a loss of 13 yards. So at the 38-yard line. And that's going to be second down and about 33 to go. So a penalty and a big loss, and that's kind of taking the wind out of the sails of the Zeps here after that big pass completion. And again, Kunkel wants to throw. Has some time. Now he's out of time. Across the middle, tries to hit House on a crossing pattern there, but the ball deflected off of House's hands and is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, the pocket really started closing in on Kunkel there.
He had a little bit of time
but then once he saw somebody open, he was just about ready to get hit and maybe rushed it a little bit. But you're right, he did have 3 or 4 seconds there.
And say the quarterback, Davin Kunkel, just a sophomore, and what a big test. He, of course, had last week down at River as a starter, but tough job here by a sophomore quarterback.
They got him at 5'8", 160.
Kunkel steps up, tries to throw kind of a high balloon ball down there, tipped around. It's going to be intercepted. Out to the 30, this is Carpenter. Out to the 35-yard line, still on his feet. They got near the 45-yard line. That's Casey Carpenter.
And a late flag comes out.
And we've seen several of those here tonight.
And there is a Shenandoah player slow getting up. So Kunkel's thrown the ball 5 times, and 3 of them have been intercepted tonight.
Okay, so look at your phone. Is there audio count?
And we'll see what this call is here. Shamrocks are moving backwards, so it must be a blocking foul. A crackback block is the signal against the Shamrocks. Don't ask me to explain exactly what that means, but it's going to cost the Shamrocks, I believe, 15 yards.
The headphone should be in the back of the MVI. Yes.
As they step
You
right
see
off.
that more on set plays. That's kind of unusual to see it in that situation, a crackback. But
that is a 15-yard step off all the way back. Blindside block.
Blindside, okay.
27-yard line is where Barnesville will start this possession now. Shamrocks already leading 21-0, 3:45 left, opening period on your Village Hardware and Rental and Chandler Monuments scoreboard.
Now, I'll tell you, this quarter's taken a long time, Jeff.
A lot of penalties and
passing scores.
And 3 Shamrock touchdowns.
All right, so shotgun for Casey Carpenter. And he's going to look. He's going to throw a short pass there. And let's see who that is.
That's Camden Carpenter.
Camden, okay.
KM out to the 40. And that will be enough for a Caldwell Lumber first down. Pickup of about 13 yards.
Yes. And just a reminder, if you are listening, as soon as this broadcast is over tonight, we will go live to the Cleveland Guardians playoff game tonight afterwards.
Yeah, you don't need to tune in to the last couple innings anyway.
There's a break by Tulliver, and there he goes. And this is going to be they're going to catch him. And this will be about, let's see where they put it down. It's going to be about the 5.
Kunkel.
45.
No, that's Cutlip. That's saved the touchdown there. And
So this could be about a 55-yard run. Wow.
How much you say?
55. From the 40 down to the...
About the 6.
Okay, 6. That'd be 4. Yeah, 54.
But that's a couple of times there where Tolliver's been, it looked like he's about ready to get into the end zone and been caught there. And Cutlip brought him down on that time. That's Jones.
Jones, yes. And he was back in the tailback position that time. And he looks like he might pick up about 2 yards.
And that Tolliver run before, of course, was a Caldwell Lumber first down. Van Fossen on the tackle. And he'll put it down at about the 4, pick up of just a couple. As I said earlier, Barnesville does what I feel is a really nice job of moving their personnel around and giving some other people some opportunities. There's a chance there for Jones to carry the ball.
And
we've seen Jones used quite a bit in these short yardage situations.
Yes. Logan Craker just coming in now. This will be another one. And this will be Power, and that will be Kobe Jones. But he dropped the ball, but that was after he hit the ground and broke the plane. So that will be a 4-yard touchdown run. And that'll make it 27-0. We still have 2:10 to go in the first quarter. So Barnesville's 4 touchdowns, 2 on the ground and 2 in the air.
That's a 4-play, 73-yard drive.
Most of that 55-yard Tulliver run, and the PAT is up, and it is good. So with 2:10 to go in the first quarter, it's Barnesville 28-0. We'll be back after this.
Looking for reliable insurance that fits your life? Look no further than Allen Hunter State Farm in Cambridge, Ohio. From auto to home to life insurance, we offer a range of options tailored to your needs. With our friendly, knowledgeable team, you'll get the protection and peace of mind you deserve. We're dedicated to being there for you, just like a good neighbor should. Call Allen Hunter State Farm today and discover how we can help you safeguard your future. Call 740-439-5385. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Looking for reliable insurance that fits your life?
For the 4 possessions and 4 touchdowns. Shenandoah with 3 possessions and 3 turnovers. And the result is a 28-0 lead for Barnesville with 2:10 left in the opening quarter. That's your Village Hardware and Rental and Chandler Monuments scoreboard. And Evan Lowe ready to kick off. Cutlip and Moore deep for the Zeps. The line drive kick gets going to hit, and Cutlip will take it at about the 5-yard line out to the 20, and he'll be brought down there. Cole Francis and others on that tackle. Just about the 20. They may give him the 21-yard line.
A couple other scores here. Toronto leading Caldwell 14-7. Last week's opponent, Barnesville, Monroe Central, they are ahead 21-0 over Frontier. Shayside 12, Bridgeport 13. And Union Local and Bel Air, next week's opponent, Union Local, they do not play until tomorrow at noon at Bel Air.
I'd say there'd be a few Barnesville people may stroll down there to
Wouldn't be
check
surprised,
that game
yes.
out on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. And what a beautiful Friday night we have here tonight. This is 3 weeks in a row, just absolutely perfect weather. McCunkle, once again, he's in that shotgun formation. Snaps a little low, gives the ball to Landon Moore. Kind of a high tackle there. He'll get a couple of yards to about the 23-yard line.
Blake Kirk with the tackle. Kind of looked like close to a horse collar there, but the officials right there didn't call it, so it must not have been.
2nd down and 8.
So that'll be a 2-yard gain for Moore.
As we move inside, 90 seconds left now in this opening quarter. Kind of a bunch formation with 3 receivers to the left. Again, low snap, handoff. That's Moore, I believe, once again, and very little running room up the middle.
First hit there was by Hines Ford.
On the tackle, Luke Taylor.
And then Luke Taylor.
And they'll
give him one.
Yeah, give him a yard out to the 23. When you have an inexperienced offensive line, as what Shenandoah has somewhat here, running up inside the tackles is going to be very, very difficult for the Zeps here tonight, and we've seen that thus far. One big play by Shenandoah early. Inside 45 seconds now in the opening quarter. Kunkel dropping. Quick throw over the middle, off the hand, and another interception. This is Messenger. He's at the 20, still on his feet, and will go down inside the 15-yard line. Eli Messenger with the interception.
And that one was also off of a pass through a receiver's hands from Shenandoah.
And that's the fourth
interception, yes.
Out of 4 possessions now. And they'll put the ball down at, it's like just outside the 10. We'll call it the 11-yard line. We still have 32 seconds left in your opening quarter here on your Village Hardware and Rental and Chandler Monuments scoreboard. 28-0. Shamrocks, probably the last play of the first quarter.
This will be a fake and some pressure there, but Carpenter comes through it, finds a man out there in the flat, and I believe that's Cam Carpenter.
Pretty nice open field tackle there by Caden Van Fossen to bring Carpenter down at about the 5-yard line. It is a 6-yard pickup down to the 5-yard line, and the clock will now run down, and that will take us to the end of the quarter. But Shamrock's under center here, and no, they're not going to get another play off. Well, clock has stopped with just less than a second left. And what do we got? A dead ball encroachment call against the Zeps. So that will take the ball down to the 2-yard line. And now the clock will run out. And now we have reached the end of 1 quarter of play here at Barnesville Shamrock Stadium. Your score, Shamrocks 28, Shenandoah Zeps nothing. Back with the second quarter in a moment.
Looking for an auction company with a legacy of excellence? For 59 years, the name Schaefer has been synonymous with sold in southeastern Ohio. At Ed and Ben Schaefer Auctioneers, we continue to lead the way, handling both live and online auctions across multiple asset classes. Whether it's real estate or personal property, our reach is global and our commitment to you is local. Contact a team member today and experience the heritage of success with Ed and Ben Schaefer Auctioneers.
Hunters, shooters, and gun collectors, bring your whole family to an evening of fundraising and firearms at the Guernsey County Sportsman Association banquet on Saturday, October 19th. There will be lots of guns and merchandise in their raffles and live auction. 100% of the proceeds benefit local youth shooting sports groups. That's Saturday, October 19th at Jurassic Park. Doors open at 5. Tickets are just $50 for adults and $15 for youth 17 and under. For more information, call Scott 740-801-1900 or go to yssff.org.
We're back here in Barnesville, where the Shamrocks have a 2nd and goal on the 2-yard line, leading 28-0 as we start the second quarter. Casey Carpenter 5 for 5 tonight, throwing the ball. Power I formation, and I have a hard time seeing here who the tailback is this time. That's usually who gets it on this, and he will score.
Hines Ford.
That's what I thought. He's usually not back there. That's why I wasn't sure if I was seeing right. So Hines Ford gets the 2-yard touchdown run. And that will now make it 34-0 in favor of the Shamrocks before the PAT kick.
And we've got a Shenandoah player down in the end zone, and the staff has come out to look at him. So while they tend to this injury there, we'll go ahead and take another break here and be back in just a moment.
At Belmont Dodge Chrysler Jeep.
Buy for less. Buy for less. Buy for less. Buy for less. We'll have you rocking and reeling when you see our dealing, and you'll buy for less.
Need a car and think you can't afford it? Then see Belmont Dodge Chrysler Jeep. When you do, you'll find a great selection of late model, low mileage pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and sport utilities. Belmont Dodge Chrysler Jeep quality checks every vehicle so you can buy pre-owned with confidence. And when you buy for less at Belmont Dodge Chrysler Jeep, they can even help you find the financing you need too.
We'll have you rocking and reeling when you see our dealing, and you'll buy for less.
See your friends down the road. Belmont Dodge Chrysler Jeep, 780 East Main Street in Barnesville.
The injured player for Shenandoah was Robert Snodgrass, but they pulled him up and he walked off fine, so it looks like he's okay. Evan Lowe will try the PAT kick here for Barnesville, and it's up, and it is good, and that makes it 35-0 in favor of the Shamrocks with 11:56 to go in the second quarter. Jeff, just a couple things for our listeners and viewers. Again, we will go on WBNV 93.5. After this game is over tonight, we will go to the Cleveland Guardians game and pick it up in progress. And also a reminder, the big rivalry next week for the Shamrocks. They will be hosting Union Local, and they are 7-1. They play Bel Air tomorrow at noon at Bel Air, and that will be here on 93.5 FM and on YouTube TV, YRP TV. So tune into that if you're not able to make it to the game or if you know somebody out of the area.
Boy, what a dandy game 2 years ago we had in that week 10 of the season. The Jets and the Shamrocks went right to the closing seconds of the game. I think the final was like 29-26 Shamrocks, but it was a dandy football game.
All right, so Evan Lowe, this will be more of a high kick. Come up to one of the up people, and he will be knocked out of bounds there.
Yeah, Hunter Rossiter.
Okay.
And
he'll be right on about the 25.
This will be the fifth possession for the Zeps. The first four have all ended in interceptions.
And also, we want to mention that we talked about the Barnesville UL rivalry. Shenandoah has their own next week as their big rivals, Caldwell, the Battle of Noble County, and that will take place.
I believe that's at Shenandoah this year.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, yes.
And I believe that is also a YRP TV game and WWKC. So Noble County will all be tuned into that one. This is Kunkel rolling to the right. Tries to get past the side, and it's just a little bit high, out of bounds. And looks like Cutlip was the intended receiver. Ethan Cutlip, the ball was just a little high, out of bounds, incomplete. We already see a few subs starting to filter into the lineup here for the Shamrocks. Going in now is Colt Carpenter. And players starting on the field, then coming off the field. Three-man front here by the Shamrocks, and some pressure. Handoff to Moore. He'll be brought down in the backfield. And that is
Colt Carpenter, yeah.
Colt Carpenter, who just came in the game, makes a shoestring tackle on the backfield, and that will be a loss.
And that's, of course, Casey Carpenter's younger brother. He's a sophomore.
They'll put him down at the 23-yard line, loss of a couple.
So that'll bring up now a 3rd and 12 for the Zeps.
Kunkel wants to throw. Has some pressure. Now he's going to run. Across the 25, 30, and a little short of the first down. But on the scramble, Kunkel will be to about the 31, pickup of about 8 yards. But that will be short of the first down, and that will bring up 4th down. And for the first time tonight, the Zeps will be forced to punt. And you might find that surprising if you just tuned in, but the previous 4 Zep possessions ended in fumble or in interceptions.
Yeah. And I believe this is Hunter House kicking, or Rossiter, excuse me.
It is Hunter Rossiter, and we're going to get a timeout.
Okay, didn't see who called that.
I'm going to guess the Zeps did.
Most
but
likely.
Did not see a signal.
I think the official's having trouble with his time. He keeps looking down at that. But anyway, we'll have a timeout, so we'll take a 30-second break and be back after this.
Introducing the 2021 Ford F-150 Super Cab XL 4x4, now available at Doane Ford. With very low miles, this truck is ready to tackle any job with its 2.7-liter V6 EcoBoost engine and tow technology package. Enjoy a stylish look with the chrome appearance package and stay safe on the road with Ford Copilot 360 2.0 and auto high beam headlamps. Price to sell, it's an unbeatable deal. Don't miss out. Call Doane Ford 740-782-1965 or visit DoaneFord.com today.
You're locked on to high school football from AVC Sports.
93 BNV.
Back from that Shenandoah timeout, 4th down and 4, where Hunter Rossiter, punt formation for the Zeps, Colt Carpenter deep for Barnesville. Kicks away, it's toward the sidelines, and will go out of bounds just past midfield. We'll see where the officials mark it. About the 43-2-1. Official keeps moving backwards.
There we go.
Now he's back up to the 43-yard line, so that's where Barnesville will start this possession. Your Village Hardware and Rental and Chandler Monuments scoreboard reads 35-0. And at the conclusion of this game, we will be selecting a Shenandoah player of the game, sponsored by Plus One Pizza there in Noble County and Caldwell, among some other places. They have stores in Byesville and Cambridge.
All right, this will be a quick pass. He's going to lob it over to an open, I believe that's McIntyre. Oh, he's still on his feet, finally brought down, and he will.
Yeah, we could use a whistle there a little quicker on that, I believe.
Yes, definitely.
McIntyre was wrapped up, but he's down to the 25-yard line. 32-yard gain.
That was McIntyre, and that was his third reception of the game. And, Jeff, that's the first one he's had that wasn't a touchdown.
Well, nice touch on that, because really coverage wasn't bad there.
No.
But the ball just dropped right in the spot, and Casey Carpenter now is, what you got, 5 for 6, 6 for 6?
Yes, 6 for 6.
And a couple of touchdowns.
This will be a big gain here. This is Cam Carpenter, and he might have lost the ball.
Whistle now.
I think they're going to say he was down. A Shenandoah player does come up with it, but he'd already hit the ground. And that will be down to about what? Looks like about the
17.
17, yeah.
Pickup of about 8. And that previous play, that long pass to McIntyre, then, of course, was a Caldwell Lumber first down. Now we're 2nd down and about 2. 9-10 left first half, 35-0 Shamrocks.
And in motion. This will be Cam Carpenter. He gets the pass, and he's going to go in, and he will get down right. I couldn't see where it was there, right about the 1 yard line.
There's a flag on the play.
Okay.
I do believe there's a flag on the play.
That'll be a 21-yard reception, but it will be a hold on Barnesville, so that will come back.
And I think the player that's going to get called for this penalty, and we'll see if they announce the number, it was there right as Cam went into the end zone, and it was a key block. I was about ready to mention that key block, but let's not, because I think that was the penalty. And they didn't give the number there, but I think they flagged Cole Francis for that holding call.
That's what I was thinking also.
And if it was not
Messenger, one of them.
If it was not Cole Francis, then I apologize to him for thinking it was. And that's 10 yards from the spot of the foul, so it's back to the 21-yard line.
So 2nd and 6. And this will be Tulliver. He'll squirt through there. He'll pick up the first down, and he stays on his feet, powering through, and he will be brought round right about the 1 or 2 yard line. So that's going to be about an 18 or 19 yard run for Trey Tulliver. Let's see where they put it down.
And there's a
They'll put down the 2.
Caldwell Lumber first down. Yeah, call that probably about 19
yards, yes.
And running hard, Tolliver. We saw him last week run extremely hard and over 260 yards, which was a career best for him. Just a sophomore, 5'9", 205. And there's an example on that run. If you're going to tackle that young man, you better hit him.
And
wrap
go
up.
low, yeah.
And wrap up.
All right, power I, Tolliver in the deep position. And this will be a sweep to him, and he's going to cut it in, and he will score. 2-yard touchdown run by Trey Tolliver, the sophomore.
His second touchdown of the night.
Yes. And that will make the score now 41-0, and we still have 6:16 to go in the first half.
Cam Carpenter is the snapper on these extra points. Cole Francis the holder. And Evan Lowe to try his 6th extra point of the night. And it's good. So with 8 minutes and 16 seconds remaining in the first half, Barnesville 42, Shenandoah nothing. Back with the kickoff after this.
Tax season doesn't have to be stressful. At Hartley & Marshall, we make accounting and tax preparation simple, efficient, and stress-free. Our experienced team is here to help you maximize deductions and minimize hassle. Trust the professionals at Hartley & Marshall for all of your accounting, payroll, and tax services for personal and business needs. Call us today at 740-425-3313 to schedule a consultation and take the worry out of dealing with complicated finances. Hartley & Marshall is a proud supporter of the Barnesville Shamrocks. Go Rocks!
Back here at Barnesville, where the score is 42-0 in favor of the Barnesville Shamrocks. With 8:16 to go in the first half, Trey Tolliver, a 2-yard touchdown run. He now has 2 touchdowns tonight and 113 yards on 7 carries. So we probably won't see him a whole lot more tonight, but
keeping that average over 10 yards a carry once again. And kick over to the left side. That's going to hit and bounce and stay in bounds. Will now roll out of bounds. And was it touched? And it was not touched.
Nope.
It goes out of bounds. That will be a penalty. And
unusual to see Evan Lowe kick it out of bounds.
I think he was trying to kick the ball away from from Moore, who had the big return earlier. So that will put the ball in play for the Zeps at the 35-yard line. Now the Zeps would have the option. They could ask for a re-kick, but you don't see that happen very often. But they will take the ball at the 35-yard line for this possession, 1st and 10.
So Devin Kunkel tonight, the young quarterback, sophomore, having a hard time against this very good Barnesville defense. He's 1 for 7. And has thrown 4 interceptions.
Again, Barnesville playing some more of that 3-man front on their defense here tonight. This is Kunkel now, then the shotgun with Moore beside him.
Moore's going to get caught from behind, but he breaks the tackle and picks up another yard or 2 before he's brought down.
And all that's only going to end up in a gain of a couple of yards.
Logan Craker with the tackle, and we'll give him 2 yards on that carry. He's now carried the ball 8 times. And he has 6 yards to show for that.
Robert Snodgrass lined up in that deep running back position now besides Kunkel. He was injured earlier and obviously okay as he's back in the game. And he'll get the carry and have some running room. And still on his feet across the 50 and across the 45 in Barnesville territory at Caldwell Lumber. 1st down for the Zeps. And put the ball at the 44-yard line. That's about 19 yards or somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yes, 19. And that was Snodgrass, as we said. That was his first carry of the game.
He shot through a hole there pretty quick.
Yes, he did.
And kept his balance and turned that into a very nice gain. He stays in the game beside the quarterback, Kunkel. He'll get the ball again, but pulling lineman, but this time not much. He's wrapped up there. Hines Ford has still got a hold of him and forces him back. They are going to give him about a yard on forward progress.
Hines Ford on the stop.
Hines Ford using that wrestling move there and had him wrapped up and driving him back.
Line of scrimmage for 43.
Won't be long, Jeff, till some of the winter sports get started.
You're within a very short time, as we are in week 9. Of course, Shamrock fans are hoping for quite a few more football games. This is Kunkel, hands it to Snodgrass once again, trying to get to the outside room. He's across the 35 and brought down.
I think it's going to be first down, I think. It's not. It's going to be very close to it.
I'll put him down about the 34-yard line. And that's right. I see no signal yet. He must be just, the signal on this side is that it is a first down. Pickup of 9 yards down to the 34.
But,
well,
they're marking it 3rd and inches.
Okay. The official on this side was signaling for the chains to move, but they did not. And I'm not sure Coach McLean over there is kind of walking down there. I think he wants to get a closer look and give it to Snodgrass. And this time he is going to get enough yardage for that first down, but he's going to be driven out of bounds by a whole bunch of green shirts on that far side. Hines Ford is among the tacklers on that. Casey Carpenter was also there, but they're going to give him down to the 30. Well, put him at the 34.
And Robert Snodgrass has 31 yards on 4 carries in this drive. .48 to go in the first half. Barnesville leading 42-0. Shenandoah with the ball.
Showing some very, some positive yardage on the ground here. Fake to Snodgrass. Kunkel wants to throw it across the middle, and it's batted down up front there. I'm not sure.
Salvador Alvarez.
Alvarez,
yeah.
Yes.
Salvador got through there and got his big mitts up there and knocked it down right after Kunkel threw it.
2nd down and 10. This may be the deepest penetration that Shenandoah has had tonight. Now they were on that about their second possession, a long pass. They did get down to about the 23-yard line. As I look back at my notes there. We're going to get a stoppage here and another timeout. And I did not see who signaled that, but I'm going to say Shenandoah called it.
Yeah,
and
Shenandoah.
So 5:31 remaining in the first half, 42-0 in favor of Barnesville. We'll take a timeout with them.
WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital provides a variety of inpatient and outpatient care close to home. Experience top-tier healthcare and cutting-edge technology, and a place where you are more than just a patient, your family. State-of-the-art facilities and a dedicated team of doctors and nurses are committed to providing exceptional care tailored to your needs. All of the skilled professionals use the latest technology to ensure you receive the best care possible. WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital would like to wish good luck to the Barnesville Shamrocks.
And before we get another play, I'm going to try to get through this list of our sponsors here. West 40 Auto Sales, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Doane Ford, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Allen Hunter State Farm, Barnesville Hospital WVU Medicine, Hissam Service Center, Ben Schaefer Realty, Guernsey County Sportsmen's Association, Chandler Funeral Home, and Hartley and Marshall LLC. And I'll give you the other half after this play. Kunkel, Snodgrass still lined up beside him. And they fake it to Snodgrass. Kunkel wants to try to get to the outside, and running laterally, and he take a shot there. That's Marshall Mead that delivered the big hit, and that's going to be a loss of a yard.
Well, I'll tell you what, Brady McIntyre had him held up there, and Marshall Mead come and put him down hard. And unfortunately, Kunkel's down right now.
He's still down. And while they look at him, let's give you the rest of those sponsors: Stoney's RV Sales and Service, People's Bank, WB Green Insurance, Hendershot Detailing, Rumor Loudon, Barnesville Dairy Queen, Sue Snode State Farm, McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home, Farmers and Merchants Bank, Bicon Services, and Belmont Dodge.
And while we got a minute here, we'll go to the Village Hardware and Rental and Chandler Monuments scoreboard update, but this will be other teams. Monroe Central Frontier, Jeff, exactly the same score that we have here, 42-0 over Frontier. And other Buckeye Trail ahead of East Canton, 12-3. Shayside and Bridgeport are tied 20-20, excuse me. And Kunkel will get up.
Yeah, David Kunkel is back on his feet and walking there with a member of the staff to the sideline.
Also, Toronto 14, Caldwell 7 in the second quarter.
That's an interesting game there. Toronto, from up their direction, has a very nice team, has a very nice quarterback. That is at the Noble County Fairgrounds, so advantage Redskins. We'll see who the Zeps will come out with in the quarterback position now. As their usual starter, we mentioned, talked about Braxton Barnett, is missing his second straight game. And now the backup there in Davin Kunkel is injured and will leave the field. And it looks like probably Parker Neff. No. Number 12.
Yes.
Hunter Street.
Hunter Street.
And there's a pass, and that's incomplete. As I was checking the roster there, that was intended for Ethan Cutlip. And that is incomplete. And Cutlip not walking real well as he goes back to the huddle. He took a big hit. Yeah, Parker Neff is one of the wideouts on that, but Hunter Street, just a freshman, will now take the snaps. Sophomore.
He's not a very big young man.
Snodgrass lined up beside him. 4th down, 12. He throws it on the outside there. That's intercepted by Messenger at about the 37-yard line. And Eli Messenger down the sideline, untouched, 63 yards. Touchdown, Shamrocks.
66 yards, as you said.
Let's call it 63.
Okay. He doesn't care what you call it. He just scored a touchdown.
And that's at least the second one that he has picked off this year and returned for a touchdown.
As we said, Street, a sophomore,
and that's
5'10". And I'll tell you what, he had Marshall Meade and Salvador Almaraz all over him as he threw that.
And he was unloading it as quickly as he could. And Messenger was down the sideline, untouched, 63 yards. And I believe that's the 5th interception by the Shamrock defense in this game.
Yes, it is. So with 4:51 to go still in the first half, it's Barnesville 49 and Shenandoah 0. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital provides a variety of inpatient and outpatient care close to home. Experience top-tier healthcare and cutting-edge technology and a place where you are more than just a patient, your family. State-of-the-art facilities and a dedicated team of doctors and nurses are committed to providing exceptional care tailored to your needs. All of the skilled professionals use the latest technology to ensure you receive the best care possible. WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital would like to wish good luck to the Barnesville Shamrocks.
Back here at Barnesville, where Eli Messenger returns an interception for 63 yards for a touchdown. It's now 49-0 in favor of the Shamrocks, and Shenandoah, unfortunately for them, on their third-string quarterback right now with the freshman in the game, and that is Hunter Street, and he's the one that threw that one. And the quarterback before him, Davin Kunkel, threw 4 interceptions himself before he went out.
Ethan Cutlip and Landon Moore deep now. And this will be Moore at about his own 12. 20, got some running room, breaks back to the middle, across the 30, and he'll be brought down just across the 30-yard line.
Looks like it'd be about the 32. Craker with the tackle, and that's one of the better returns we've seen on a kickoff.
And I think you saw quite a few new Shamrocks in on that kickoff coverage also. Some of the first line guys getting a break. There's some different guys in there on that.
This is tough for a coach. I mean, you're leading by this much. You don't want to seem to be scoring or running the score up, but, these starters deserve to play, especially at least a half. So, there are some subs in there right now, but still the majority of starters, at least on the Barnesville defense here.
Yeah, Hunter Street now still back, returns for his second possession with this Shenandoah offense. He gives the ball to Moore. Not much running room on the right side. Last man up on that is Luke Taylor. No gain.
6 yards now for Moore on 9 carries. And we'll see Joel Detling, he's a sophomore. He will come in now at a defensive back for the Shamrocks. Been getting a lot of time and making some good plays on special teams this year.
And it is second down and 10. Hand off there to Moore once again. He'll cut back and go across the grain, get out across the 40. He's going to be just short of a first down, 41-yard line. That's going to pick up about 9 yards.
Yeah, good run there by Moore. Sort of went one way and cut back real quick and found a hole for 9 yards. Bring up a 3rd and 1.
And the Zeps have just not been able to put together a couple plays back-to-back.
No.
In this game. They now taking their time now, play clock down about 12, getting the play from the sideline. There's Moore alongside the quarterback, Street. They'll give it to Moore. He'll run into a wall, and he'll not even get back to the line of scrimmage.
No, he may lose a yard on that. Now they're going to give him a loss of 1. That'll bring up now a 3rd and long 2.
Christian Hannes, they say, on that tackle in there. That is 4th down and 2. 2:45 on a moving clock now.
Cole Carpenter going back thinking they were going to punt, but now he's coming back up. He's not sure. They haven't shown anything yet.
That is your Village Hardware and Rental and Chandler Monument scoreboard. 2.5 minutes left, 49-0 Barnesville. Shamrocks move everybody back up. Zeps to go for it. I think they're going to try to draw Barnesville offside, and now they'll call timeout.
Well, there's going to be a flag back here. I think the play clock ran out.
And we'll see whether they give them the timeout.
Okay.
A lot of times they go ahead and give them the timeout on that. We'll
now they're moving it back 5 yards.
Dead ball. Delay game.
Yep.
5-yard penalty.
And they will penalize the Zeps 5 yards for a delay of game. I think the Zeps think they had a timeout called there because they've all are meeting with their coaches on the sideline.
Now the official or coaches say anything to the officials, and they will come out now and come into a punt formation.
And make it 4th down and 7. I'm not sure if they...
Hunter Rosser, the punter.
Yeah, they still had one timeout left. Yeah, Rosser in punt formation, and now Cole Carpenter will go back in anticipation of this punt. 2:23 left, opening half, 49-0 Barnesville. The kick's away. It's high, short, over near the right sideline. It's going to hit and roll. Carpenter will back away from it and let it roll.
Good bounce there for Shenandoah as it goes down to the Barnesville 30-yard line.
Landon Moore picks up that ball and downs it there at the 30-yard line. So 2:13 left here in the opening half. We'll see how the Shamrocks will play this last possession. They're bringing everybody over.
Yeah,
to the
some of the
sideline
starters, linemen went up straight from defense, and they were called over. And Barnesville will take a timeout, so I'd say they're going to set up a new group to come in. And I see them down there. Well, we'll see.
Again, a reminder, after the conclusion of this game and our post-game show, we will be joining the Cleveland Guardians baseball game in progress. and we will be in a running clock the second half, so our second half really should not take a whole lot of time if everything goes according to plan. And then, of course, the Guardians will also be playing tomorrow night here on WBNV. Both those games tonight and tomorrow night, 8 o'clock start, so they should be just about ready to start.
Yeah, going to start at 8:08, so about 3 minutes will be first pitch.
And what was that final score from that Mets
It's
Dodgers?
still going on. Bottom of the 8th, the Mets right now 11-6 over the Dodgers.
And that'll send that series back to Los Angeles for the next game on Sunday. Looks like mostly first group back out on the field there for the Shamrocks now with 2:13 left before the half.
Yeah, like I said, they deserved at least, play a half.
Oh, no question. No question in my mind.
You can't penalize them.
And they're going to come with 3 receivers wide right and 1 wide left.
Casey Carpenter in the shotgun. Tulliver in motion. He'll get the pass out in the flat, and he's going to run down, and he will run into Cole Carpenter.
And he stays in bounds.
Yes.
And I think that was a smart play. Put down to the 45-yard line, pickup of about 15 yards.
And that's his first reception of the night. As we said, he's got 113 yards rushing.
And that's a Barnesville. That's a Barnesville first down. That is a Caldwell Lumber Barnesville first down.
All right, so this will be Tulliver. He's going to look out now and get this out to Cam Carpenter, but there is a flag in the backfield, and it's going to be a hold on Barnesville.
That flag came down very, very quickly.
Yes.
Yes, and that is a hold. So that will take it back 10 yards and bring up second down and about 20. That is 10 yards from the line of scrimmage.
Barnesville, 3 penalties so far tonight, all of them for 10 yards. And that will be called on Salvador Almaraz. So that'll bring up now a 2nd and 20.
And they'll send 3 receivers wide left, 1 wide right.
Excuse me, 1st and 20. And this will be out to Colt Carpenter. And the 2 brothers connecting there on a pass. And that'll be only for about 3 yards.
Caden Van Fossen, one of the tacklers, 3-yard pickup.
And Casey Carpenter is now 8 for 8 throwing the ball. And this will be his first incompletion.
Now 8 for 9.
Threw that one too low. A good effort there by Brady McIntyre, but not able to come up with it as he dove, try to pick it off the ground.
And it'll be 3rd down and 17 with 1:08 on the clock. That is your scoreboard update brought to you by Village Hardware and Rental and Chandler Monuments. 49-0 Shamrocks, 3rd and 17.
So, shotgun for Casey Carpenter, 3rd and 17. He's looking, he's got some receivers. He lost the ball, and he's still got away there as he picked it up. Nice play there.
Got it back.
And he's finally going to, but no, he's not. He's finally going to be sacked, yes. Wow, that was a long play. He pulled it back, and the ball sort of slipped out of his hands, so he's able to get it. And then got grabbed, broke that tackle, and then went back further and finally was brought down.
Marcus Gibson.
And that is a big loss there.
Back to the 28. That's going to be about a 10-yard loss. Carpenter trying to keep the play alive, but the more he tried to keep it alive, the farther back he had to retreat.
But one thing, Jeff, it was a running play, so the clock is running.
They do have to get a play off now.
Yes,
5 on the play
I think
clock.
they're going to call a timeout here.
Yes, I see Coach Allen right there beside the official. So that timeout comes with 14 seconds left. I'll tell you, while we're doing that timeout, let's go ahead and go through our sponsors one more time. We say this every week. We would not be able to air these games on the radio and show these live streams without these sponsors: Stoney's RV Sales and Service, People's Bank, WB Green Insurance, Hendershot Detailing, Rumor Loudon, Barnesville Dairy Queen, Sue Snowed State Farm, McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home, Farmers and Merchant Bank, Bicon Services, Belmont Dodge, West 40 Auto Sales, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Doane Ford, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Allen Hunter State Farm, Barnesville Hospital WVU Medicine, Hissam Service Center, Ben Schaefer Realty, Guernsey County Sportsman Association, Chandler Funeral Homes, and Hartley and Marshall LLC. And also, to conclusion of the game, we will have a Shenandoah Player of the Game, sponsored by Plus One Pizza. And Evan Lowe gets some practice in now to punt with 14 seconds left. Hunter House deep for the Zeps, but I'm going to tell you he's just going to let the ball hit and let it roll.
Snap. And like I said, a good punt. We just don't see him punt very often, taking a Barnesville bounce.
That's going to roll all the way down. That's going to be near the 20-yard line where it will be downed at the 19.
And to tell you what,
Cam Carpenter downs it with 0.8 of a second on the clock.
I thought he was just going to stand there and let the clock run out. I don't think he realized.
I'm sure he didn't.
No. So I'm sure we'll see just Shenandoah most likely take a knee.
And that will take us to halftime. All Barnesville.
A couple other scores here while we got a minute. Buckeye trail 20-3 over East Canton. Shayside Bridgeport still tied. And Meadowbrook trailing Maysville 7-0. I believe, Jeff, both these teams undefeated, St. Clairsville and Indian Creek. Is Indian Creek, who else am I thinking that's up there that's undefeated?
I think maybe Indian Creek has a loss.
Okay, anyway, St. Clairsville ahead 6-0. And Caldwell at the half trailing Toronto 14-7.
And Street gives the ball to Moore and try to get the outside. He'll get about 3 yards out to about the 23-yard line, and that will take us to halftime. And our score at the half, Barnesville 49, Shenandoah nothing. Our halftime show coming up, and then Mark and I will be back with a few statistics. Again, Shamrocks 49, Zeps nothing at the half.
Welcome to week 9 of the AVC Sports halftime show. Brett, 9 weeks of high school football already. Can you believe that?
We are almost done, Dave, and next week is the final week of the regular season.
Yep, and we've got 4 games on the family of AVC stations tonight. Starting off, Shenandoah, the Zeps at the Rocks tonight.
Absolutely. So the Zeps started off the season 2-0, had wins against Edison, had wins against Shadyside.
Good start.
Since those first 2 weeks, 0-6.
That's been a rough go for them.
And Barnesville has continued their regular season winning streak. They pulled off a 30-point win, 44-14 against the Monroe Central Seminoles, which is available on yourradioplace.com. We had video and radio coverage of that. A very good game between the two. But Barnesville currently 8-0, so it's going to be tough for them to take a beat to the Zeps this week, I believe.
And Barnesville with that second longest regular season winning streak in the state of Ohio, so that's pretty impressive. Now, also we've got Meadowbrook at Maysville tonight on Nash Icon and also YRP TV. The Colts, they've been up and down, to say the least, but they are 4-4 right now. It's the first time they've ever played each other as members of the small school division of the MVL, and they've only played 3 times overall, which I found that interesting. I thought maybe there had been a few more matchups in there, but Meadowbrook's won 2 of those, and including last year they beat Maysville 20-17. Over in Byesville. We've also got John Glenn at Philo tonight. I think this is a very interesting matchup. That's on WILE 97.7 and also YRP TV. John Glenn, another team that's been up and down all season long. They're 5-3. Very well, they could have been 7-1 maybe at this point as well.
Yes.
But they are traveling down to Philo, and I think Philo presents problems because they can really run the football very well. So I think that's going to be interesting. Philo entering week 8 now on a 2-game losing streak. They had won 4 in a row, so they lost 2, won 4, lost 2. So it's kind of been a season of streaks for them. And a win against John Glenn would give the Electrics a winning season. So a lot on the line in that game. And then our last game, we've got Toronto at Caldwell tonight.
Yes, we do. So the Red Knights are going to come down. Caldwell, just about, like every other team in the area, they've been up and down. They're also 4-4. As we're looking at Philo and as we're looking at Caldwell, and we'll talk about here a little bit later, but we're looking at 2 potential playoff locks moving into the postseason. Caldwell, they start up the season a bit rocky, but then they've been able to pull off a handful of wins. They have a big game next week against the Zeps, and then Toronto coming in 6-2.
Good
I think
football
it's
team.
Right. I think it's going to be a close game. Red Knights, like I just mentioned, 6-2, and they've won their last 2 games very easily.
Yes.
They took down Buckeye Local and Conotton Valley, and we're going to see tonight kind of if the Redskins are ready to kick it into gear and make a run in these playoffs, or if Toronto just kind of have their way with them.
Well, we've got the Redskins and the Red Knights, so that's a very red football game.
Absolutely.
At Caldwell. When we come back, we're going to talk about what happened last week. We'll preview our games for next week, and we're going to talk about the playoffs. Are you talking about playoffs?
It's about time for playoffs.
It's
We're
the
there.
playoffs, so we'll be talking about that when we come back after this break on the AVC Sports Halftime Show.
AVC Communications is your one-stop destination for all your marketing and communication needs. Whether you are a small business or a large corporation, our expert team specializes in creating customized solutions that drive results. From radio advertising and digital marketing to graphic design and event promotions, we've got the tools to make your brand stand out. Locally owned and operated, AVC Communications is dedicated to helping you connect with your audience and grow your business. Trust us to take your marketing to the next level.
Welcome back to the ABC Sports Halftime Show. Brett, let's talk about what happened last week. And I got to tell you, first up, I had my first opportunity to see West End play, and they were really impressive as they shut out their third straight opponent. They beat Maysville 43-0. They have such a good mix. They can really throw it. They can run it well. The Panthers just struggled against the Tornadoes defense. As we said, that's 3 straight shutouts for West End. And, of course, they couldn't contain Jake Anton, who's the quarterback for West End, and their running game, it was just dominant. They just had their way, and a very impressive team. So I look for West End, as we talk about playoffs, that could be a team to keep an eye on.
Absolutely. West End, they had a couple struggles against what are very good teams. They lost to New Lexington, who are looking to be the top of the MVL and the
Indian Valley.
Right. And then we look at earlier in the season. If you're West Muskingum, you have to be sitting there and thinking, we've taken some losses, but the games that we're supposed to win, we are dominating these, especially these last 3. If you're West Muskingum's defense, 3 opponents in a row, scoreless, you have to be happy with that.
And another thing I'm just really impressed with, Coach Brownrigg, before he got there, the 10 years prior, they won 7 football games total, 7-93 over 10 years. He comes in, he's turned them into a winning program. They lose Rashid Cisse, who's a walk-on at Ohio State, and they just don't seem to miss a beat because they just keep rolling. John Glenn, they got back on the winning track as well as they just blasted Riverview 67-0. Riverview, they just are struggling. They don't have good numbers. And again, we talked about a little bit, Riverview and Morgan play this week, 2 winless teams. So one of those teams is going to come away with a win.
Someone has to win.
Yep. Tri-Valley and Sheridan, they both got MVL Big School wins. Tri-Valley undefeated. They just keep rolling. They hammered Philo 35-7, and then Sheridan beat Morgan 48-6. What happened over in the small school?
So if we look over at the small school, Meadowbrook had a pretty big game. They faced New Lexington, but they fell 41-19. And then we look over at Coshocton, their first win of the year. They took down Crooksville at home. That was 45-29. So if you're Coshocton, you're in the win column.
Right.
Meadowbrook going a bit back and forth, falling to New Lexington, but New Lexington, a very strong MVL small school team.
Right.
Probably going to win the small school division, especially with that win over West Muskingum. And then what I had last week down in Woodsfield, I had Barnesville and Monroe Central, 2 undefeated.
Undefeated's going at it.
Barnesville handled that game pretty easily. They won 44-14. They had control from the get-go. A lot of energy coming from both of those, by the way. The stands were packed.
A night for high school football.
A lot of people were watching, so that was very appreciative of us here seeing that.
Right.
And Barnesville, man, they are looking stronger and stronger every week.
Yes, they are. And then Caldwell, they pummeled a down Shadyside team 63-7, and then Shenandoah lost their 6th straight game, as we mentioned earlier, to River on the road 38-7. Somebody else that took their first loss, Union Local, they lost their first game, and that was to St. C 28-14. And then Cambridge and Zanesville both still winless on the season. Bobcat shut out by Martins Ferry 41-0. Zanesville lost on the road to Watkins Memorial 41-6. And then Bishop Rosecrans in Zanesville, they won their third straight game. They beat Bridgeport 49-14.
Absolutely.
Which brings us, Brett, it's time to talk about the playoffs.
It is time. Week 9, we have the final week of the regular season coming up next week, and we have people who we're looking at who are advancing, who are not advancing. So let's take a quick look at this, Dave.
And if you really want to break down some of these things, I suggest you go to Drew Pasteur's website, fantastic50.net. He has percentages, chances of winning games, who's going to be in, who's going to be out, just a little bit more detailed in terms of those percentages than Joe Idle's website. But again, it's a great resource. We check it all the time. We use it every week. And right now, I got bad news for the MVL. 7 teams, they're not going to make it. Probably 8, to be honest. John Glenn, Maysville, Riverview, Morgan, Coshocton, Crooksville, Meadowbrook, all going to be on the outside looking in. Sheridan, probably going to be on the outside looking in too. But Tri-Valley, they're going to carry the flag for the MVL. They're going to host 2 games at home if they win that first one. Philo, they're a 98% chance of making it, so I'd say they're pretty good. They're looking at probably a 14 seed, and then which might end up, they might play New Lex, so that could be interesting.
It is possible.
And that would be a big school versus small school game in the playoffs, which is interesting. Sheridan, as I said, they've only got about a 50% chance of making it, and they would have to beat Tri-Valley, so that's a huge game for them this week. West M, they're looking really good. Probably going to host a home game as a number 6 seed. New Lex projected as the number 3 in their region, so that would mean they would get to host 2 games as well.
Yeah, we look at another number 3 seed and the potential of the Barnesville Shamrocks to have the number 3 seed because they have a very tough region, by the way.
Yes.
They have teams like Ironton, Columbus Academy.
Region 19 is pretty tough.
There's a lot
it's
of
a
good
great
teams.
region, like you said. Ironton, they're a state power, and they've only lost 1 game, and it's to a team from from Canada, basically an all-star team that came in and beat them. They're also looking at Harvest Prep. Harvest Prep beat a Division 1 Pick Central team. They're a Division 5. You just don't see that happen very often. So that's going to be a tough region, but Barnesville would get to play a couple home games.
Yeah,
if they win that first
does
one.
help them out because they have the home. They have the Barnesville Shamrocks on their side. They have the Shamrock Faithful, and we look around at the MOVL a little bit. Caldwell right now 98% chance to get into the playoffs.
It's pretty good.
Projected as a 13 seed, so you're in there, and then potentially facing Waterford, which is a game they had.
Right.
Waterford is not an unfamiliar opponent to the Redskins. They even had them in the playoffs last year.
I feel bad for Monroe Central.
This is an interesting statistic.
It's one of those oddities, and you see that on that website as well. Monroe Central probably going to be 9-1 and not get a home game, which is amazing.
Very interesting to think of. It's crazy.
It's the number 9 seed is what it's looking like. Now, they still have a slight chance of a home game, but as a number 9, you don't even get a home game if you're losing 1 game.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's pretty rough. And then locally, a couple other teams, Rosecrans and Buckeye Trail, both looking like playoff teams in Region 23. Rosecrans
just sneaking in at number 16, possibly as well as Buckeye Trail finishing possibly 15th as well in that region. So, and of course, you finish at the bottom, you're going to play the top 2 teams. So that's going to be tough. That's going to be tough. Brett, next week, what do we got? I know we got the Noble County Super Bowl. Yes, we do. The Noble County Super Bowl. Caldwell at Shenandoah, so it'll be in Sayersville at Zeps Field. That will be on KC 105 and YRP TV. Mm-hmm. We also have Union Local and Barnesville. That's a little bit of
Should be a good game.
Good rivalry going on there. That'll be on BNV. 93 BNV and YRP TV. St. Clairsville will travel to Cambridge to wrap up the season. That's on WILE FM 97.7 as well as YRP TV. You are going to be Maysville at Crooksville. Pretty decent matchup we have going on there. That'll be on Nash Icon 98.5 107.9, and we have 1 game on YRP TV exclusive. That is the Tri-Valley Scotties taking on the John Glenn Muskies in New Concord. So a lot of good games going on, a lot of Week 10 matchups, a lot of
rivalry games,
games,
which we like.
Setting things up for the playoffs. So that's what we have going on next week on AVC Sports.
That's going to give us a better picture of what's going on. And, of course, we'll be back. It'll be Week 10. We'll preview the playoffs. We'll talk about everything that's happened. We certainly look forward to having you back and join us on our halftime show. This wraps up Week 9. We'll see you next week, Week 10, high school football season on AVC Sports.
Everyone's looking for an encouraging sign in today's economy. The fact is, you'll find one right here in Caldwell at State Farm Sue Snowd's office. Because State Farm agents like Sue have been here helping people protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and they consider that a very good sign. See State Farm agent Sue Snowd at 400 East Street, Caldwell. Sue Snowd State Farm is a proud supporter of high school sports.
Just like on the field, we believe in teamwork with our customers. This is Ashley Rich from the Farmers and Merchants Bank on the Square in Caldwell. With our services, you can bank from your home, the office, or even at the stadium. You can sit back and enjoy the game knowing your money is in great hands. Good luck to all the local teams this year from everyone at the Farmers and Merchants Bank, member FDIC.
Hello, and I'm back with your Friday Night Football Live updates. Now, as most of the games are nearing halftime, I will give you most of the halftime stats. That means most of these won't change for the next 15 minutes. So currently we have Beaverville Local is 49-0 over Cambridge. Ridgewood is 28-13 over Claymont. St. Clairsville is 6-0 over Indian Creek. Buckeye Trail is 20-3 over East Canton. Barnesville is 49-0 over Shenandoah. John Glenn is 14-7 over Philo. West Muskingum is 30-0 over Coshocton. Maysville is 7-0 over Meadowbrook. New Lex is beating Crooksville 38-3. Morgan is demolishing Riverview 55-0 against Riverview. Miller is 28-0 against Bishop Rosecrans. Grantsville is 32-0 over Zanesville. And Toronto is 14-7 over Caldwell.
Back here at Barnesville Stadium, where the Shamrocks lead the Shenandoah Zeps at the half by a score of 49-0. This game started off the worst way it possibly could have started for the Zeps. Barnesville took the opening possession. They received the opening kickoff, and on the first play from scrimmage, Casey Carpenter hit Brady McIntyre with a 55-yard touchdown pass, and Evan Lowe's kick, his first of 7 PATs, made it 7-0. After a Shenandoah interception, McIntyre and Casey Carpenter teamed up again, a one-play possession, a 43-yard touchdown. So we were 34 seconds into the game, and Barnesville had 2 touchdowns on 98 yards on 2 passes from Casey Carpenter to McIntyre. Next touchdown came to Trey Tolliver on a 2-yard run. It as a 6-play, 79-yard drive coming at 6:58 left in the first quarter. And then we had Kobe Jones going in from 4 yards out, capping a 4-play, 73-yard drive. And Evan Lowe's kick after every one of those touchdowns, it was 28-0 Barnesville at the end of the first quarter. First play of the second quarter, Hines Ford scored on a 2-yard run, a 2-play, 11-yard drive, and it was 35-0. 8:16 left in the second quarter. Tolliver, a 2-yard run. That was a 4-play, 57-yard drive. And then Eli Messenger picked off a pass and ran it back 63 yards for a touchdown. So at 4 minutes and 51 seconds left in the first half, Barnesville was ahead 49-0. And there was no further scoring in the half. But Barnesville did have to punt one time there late in the second quarter, and one of those early completions also Casey Carpenter completed a pass, and that made him the all-time career yardage leader at quarterback at Barnesville High School, and it broke the record of, was it Matthew Burkhart? That was the previous record holder, but is now Casey Carpenter. And Casey's only, as Mark will tell you here in a moment, has only had 1 incompletion tonight. I think he's 8 for 9 throwing the ball on that, but Mark will give you that in a moment. I'm Jeff Stevens along with Mark Brown, Brett Klein, and Brock Valentine here, from Barnesville Stadium. And it's a 49-0. We will be in a running clock the whole second half. We'll go ahead and take a step aside here for a couple messages, and we'll come back, and Mark will give you some individual stats. It's halftime, 49-0, Barnesville leading Shenandoah.
All of us at Rumor Loudon Heating and Air Conditioning wish the Barnesville Shamrock football team a safe and successful season. Speaking of teams, Rumor Loudon has a team of 3 locations to take care of your heating and air conditioning repair, maintenance, and installation needs. We have manned offices in Barnesville, St. Clairsville, and Moundsville, West Virginia. We provide free estimates on new installations. Check out rumorloudon.com for lots of home comfort information. Cooler weather is headed our way eventually. Call any office to schedule a furnace checkup.
It's time to say goodbye to summer and hello fall with the new DQ Fall Blizzard and Shake menu. There's the always festive pumpkin pie, tasty new caramel fudge cheesecake, and more delicious fall flavors than ever right now on the DQ Fall Blizzard and Shake menu. If you're craving fall, you can find it at Barnesville DQ, 402 East Main Street, where happy tastes good. DQ would like to wish the Shamrocks a great season. Go Rocks! Attention RV enthusiasts. Stoney's RV is having a model year closeout. Save thousands on your dream RV. Don't wait, now's the perfect time to get into their winterization schedule and ensure your RV is ready for the colder months ahead. As a full-service dealership, they've got you covered from sales to maintenance. Need propane? Stoney's has a fill station on site. Plus, check out Stoney's massive parts and accessory store, the largest in the area. Visit Stoney's RV today and drive away with incredible savings.
This is Brian Chandler
and Hallie Morgenstern Blackstone
here from Chandler Funeral Home and Cremation Service. As our local youth from Caldwell and Shenandoah hit the field this season, we want to send a huge shout out and best of luck to each and every one of you.
Whether you're on the field, the court, or the track, we're rooting for your success.
Go Zeps and go Skins. Here's to a fantastic season ahead from all of us at Chandler Funeral Home. Thank you for letting us care for your community for over 2 decades.
It's halftime back here at Barnesville, where the Shamrocks lead the Shenandoah Zeps by a score of 49-0 on their way to their 35th consecutive win in the regular season. We'll go through the stats here. Shenandoah first, Davin Kunkel threw the ball 8 times. He completed 1 for 57 yards to Hunter House. Unfortunately, he also threw 4 interceptions tonight, and Barnesville scoring on the result of all of those interceptions, so not a good night for Kunkel. He did take a hard hit and has not been back in the game since. Hunter Street come in for him. He threw 2 passes, and he threw an interception. So 5 interceptions tonight for the Shamrocks. The only reception, as we said, Hunter House, a 57-yard catch that bounced off of a Barnesville defender's hands and went into Hunter House, and he had a nice run after that. Rushing tonight, Landon Moore has 17 yards on 12 carries. Davin Kunkel, the quarterback, 1 yard on 3 carries. And Robert Snodgrass, he's got 31 yards on 4 carries. He had a nice 19-yard and a 9-yard run in the drive in which he played. Besides the 5 interceptions, those are the only turnovers. Shenandoah did have 1 fumble, but were able to get it back. So the Zeps, 49 yards rushing, 55 passing, 104 yards from the line of scrimmage. And they have been penalized 5 times for 37 yards. Barnes tonight, Casey Carpenter, as we said, became the all-time leading passer in Barnesville Schools history as he passed up Matthew Burkhart. He is 8 for 9 tonight, and he has thrown for a total of 182 yards. Cam Carpenter with 2 catches, Brady McIntyre 3 catches, including a 55 and 43-yard touchdown catch. Eli Messenger, a 15-yard reception. Trey Tolliver, 15-yard reception. And Cole Carpenter, Casey's brother, a 3-yard reception. Again tonight, 182 yards passing. The story on the ground game tonight, of course, is Trey Tolliver went over 1,000 yards for the season. He has 113 yards tonight on 7 carries and 2 touchdowns. Colby Jones, 3 carries for 33 yards. Cam Carpenter, a run for 8 yards. And Hines Ford, a 2-yard touchdown run. And 156 yards rushing, 182 passing, 338 yards of offense tonight for the Shamrocks. They have no turnovers tonight. They have 3 penalties for 30 yards. So again, your halftime score is Barnesville 49 and Shenandoah 0. We'll be back after this with the second half kickoff.
Today is the day you make changes, the day you have looked forward to, the day you take a step to see the you before addiction. And it all starts right here at The Residence, an in-bed facility that designs your recovery to your needs, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm Crystal Reynolds for Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. Our approach is personal, and it is as individual as your needs. We are here for you. Call 855-692-7247.
You're locked on to high school football from AVC Sports.
93 BNV.
We're back here at Barnesville, ready to start period number 3 here. The Shamrocks will kick off as they receive the opening kickoff. So the Zeps will get the first possession here of the third quarter. It's 49-0 Barnesville. Evan Lowe out to kick this one off. And we are in a running clock here, so the second half will go fairly quickly. And I'm sure we'll see a lot of subs on, I was going to say on both sides, but the Zeps only have about 25 guys in uniform tonight, because of injuries, and have lost at least one player here tonight during the first half. So Evan Lowe tees it up, ready to kick this off. Cutlip and Moore deep for the Zeps. And the whistle, and we are underway with the kick. It's a high kick. Cutlip will take it about the 11-yard line, drop it, pick it back up, trying to get to the left, and be brought down there about the 15-yard line.
That will be Phoenix Graham, a sophomore, on the tackle.
A good coverage there by the Shamrocks, and so they put the ball down about the 15-yard line. That's where Shenandoah will start, closer to the 16-yard line. Maybe that's where they'll start the third quarter.
Okay, it looks like we have quite a few, pretty much all backup players in for the Shamrocks on defense. I'm sure that's what we'll see the entire half.
And again, the quarterback is Hunter Street, who is in the game. He'll give the ball off to, I think that's Moore. He'll get across the 20 to about the 21, maybe the 22-yard line. Pickup of about 5. Give him 6 yards.
Gage Hannes with the tackle.
And I'd love to be able to mention every sub that's in the game here the rest of the night for the Shamrocks, but that's going to be almost impossible to do. Again, Shenandoah, you're letting the play clock run down. They're in no hurry. Play clock's now moving inside 10. Freshman quarterback Street hands the ball off to Moore. He tries to get to the left side, and he'll be wrestled to the ground after a short gain. Looks like Braxton Byers.
77, yes.
On the tackle. Gain out to the 20. See where they put the ball down about the 24-yard line. Pick up of a couple yards. Third down and a couple for the Zeps. More to the left of the quarterback, Street. Wants to throw. Now under some pressure. Scrambles away from the pressure. Still looking for somewhere to throw. He's going to be hit as he throws. The ball's going to be incomplete. And there's a big hit put on there by a couple of different Shamrocks. Even the second unit puts good pressure on. So that will bring up a punting formation, we're guessing, for the Zeps. Hunter Street, was under. He did a good job getting himself some extra time, but then that time is soon ran out. Kicks away. Rossiter is the punter, and a fair catch taken there by Barnesville just across midfield. That is Detling, I believe, on the fair catch. So Barnesville will take over now on their own 40. See where they put it down about the 46-yard line. And we'll see who all the ball carriers are now in the second half. And going into the game at quarterback here for the Shamrocks is their freshman, Evan Wells. 5'9", 145, and a freshman. So even Cole Francis not getting any snaps tonight. He's played the whole game on defense.
This will be to the tailback. A gain of about a yard.
22.
Okay.
Evan Carpenter.
Yeah.
And he'll get tripped up there and get maybe about a yard. Landon Moore on another tackle for Shenandoah.
And we'll try to get some of these young men mentioned here. Phoenix Graham, a receiver, we already mentioned him. He comes in. Joel Detling will be the wide receiver left. And on the right will be Phoenix Graham, as we said.
Looks like Talon Anderson's the center with this group.
And Wells will go back to pass it. And he will try there to get that to that 87 Jackson Swally. And he is a freshman. Wells under some pressure. Got rid of it just as he was getting hit. And we'll see coming in Jack Anderson.
And it is a lot easier for us to see the subs coming in from Barnesville right in front of us than these subs that Shenandoah sends in from across the way.
All right, Wells will go back to pass. He's looking deep. Got a receiver there. He was open, just overthrew him. And that was Joel Detling he was trying for. Nice looking pass, just too far. And that'll bring up a 4th down, so we'll see a punt formation. We'll see Caden Berry. He's a sophomore. See him coming down the line.
And we'll see who drops back to be the punter with this group. Oh, we got a big man back to kick.
Whoa. He's got his jersey pulled up there. Kind of hard to read it.
78. He kicks away.
It's blocked.
Kick's blocked. And we're recovered by the Zeps. Well, now picked up by one of the Shamrocks across midfield. The ball, being behind the line of scrimmage, can be advanced by the offense.
Kick was blocked by Caden Van Fossen.
As you heard there, Caden Van Fossen blocked the kick.
78 was the kicker.
Yes, that's Caden Berry. He's a sophomore, 6'2", 310 pounds.
But Van Fossen blocks that kick for the Zeps and was picked up and advanced a little bit by the Shamrocks, but well short of the 1st down. So Shenandoah now has the ball. Looks like they're going to be right about on the 50-yard line. That's probably the best starting field position Shenandoah has had in the game.
Yes, definitely.
Clock stops at 6:11 here on the change of possession. Now it starts running.
6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Barnesville still leading 49-0.
Hand off to Moore. He'll fumble the ball and just fall on it back at his own 46-yard line. Loss of 4 yards. And don't try anything fancy to pick that ball up. Just fall on it and keep your possession. But it is a loss of 4 yards on the play. Among some of the linemen on, there for that's in there, has been in there all night for the Zeps. Kyle Wheeler and Marcus Gibson, a couple of seniors that had missed some time with injuries. They're on the list of players that were injured now for the season, but they've been in there tonight, according to the list that we have. Street gives the ball to Moore, trying to get to the outside, and breaks away across the 50, gets near the 45-yard line, and he's knocked out of bounds. That's going to be a pickup of about 9 yards.
Joel Detling takes him out of bounds.
It is just short of the 1st down by about 5 yards, though. We put it right on the 45-yard line in Barnesville territory, 3rd and 5.
Try and see who some of these linebackers are for Barnesville. Jack Hannis in there right now.
Moore gets it once again. He's going to get his yardage for a Caldwell Lumber first down across the 40 to about the 37-yard line.
Yeah, it's 7 yards on the carry. 37 yards now on 17 carries for Landon Moore. Surprised we haven't seen Snodgrass in there anymore. The one series he played, he did very well. He had 31 yards rushing.
Hunter McCollum checking in now for the Zeps at a running back position. It is Hunter Street in a quarterback now after the injury to Kunkel. There's the handoff. Gained to about the 30-yard line. That is the aforementioned Hunter McCollum. He's down to about the 30-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of close to 8 yards. They'll put the ball down just inside the 30-yard line. We're already down to the 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third quarter on your Village Hardware and Rental and Chandler Monument scoreboard. Barnesville leading 49-0. Street with McCollum beside him. Gives it to McCollum once again. Be very close to the first down. I think he has a Caldwell Lumber first down, as they'll put it down at about the 28-yard line.
Yeah, they're saying it will be a first down, be a gain of 2 for McCollum. So fresh set of downs. The clock's still running. 2:44 to go in the third quarter. Barnesville up 49-0. And TV people, if you're listening, wonder why we keep saying the score so much. Have to remember this is also on the radio, and we want to keep our listeners so they know what's going on with the score and the time.
But it is 1st and 10 now at the 28-yard line for the Zeps. Street gives it to McCollum again, right side. Positive yardage inside the 25 to about the 24-yard line. Wrapped up there by number 11, that's Phoenix Graham. And put him down at about the 24.
Phoenix Graham, the tackle. Second down, 7.
2 minutes.
Montgomery Evans also in there right now for the Shamrocks. He was in on that tackle.
Yeah, 2 minutes left on that moving clock. Obviously, when you have the running clock, it's all out of bounds plays and incomplete passes. The clock continues to run. Street gives to McCollum again, but this time not much. He's going to fight forward for maybe a yard, but he was wrapped up. I'm not sure who the first man was to get him there. They'll give him maybe a yard.
The defensive end on the right side. Let's see who they announced. Okay, Evan Carpenter. Also, I think Joe Detling was in on that.
Yeah, Evan Carpenter would have been, I'm pretty sure, the first man there to wrap him up. Hunter House and Cale Miller are going to come split to the right on this 3rd and 5. Street wants to throw. Goes across the middle, and it's going to be another Barnesville interceptions. Down the far sideline, across the 20 to the 25 to the 30, and he'll be forced out of bounds over, and I think that's Jack Hannis? Jake Hannis, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Jake Hannis, yes.
He's a junior.
And that is how many? Six
interceptions
by the Barnesville defense tonight. Clock stopped on the change of possession with 42 seconds left, and it will be Barnesville ball on their own 38-yard line. And we should get one play in here at the end of the quarter now.
Evan Wells, the freshman, will remain at quarterback.
Fullback behind him is Blake Messenger.
Eli's brother. This will be a pitch to the tailback.
Oh, good job stringing that play out in a shoestring tackle there.
That was Evan Carpenter.
And Caden Van Fossen came up and made a really nice play in the backfield, and that's going to And they'll give him, forward for about a yard. And that will take us to the end of period number 3. We're at the exact same spot we were at halftime. It is Barnesville 49, Shenandoah nothing. Fourth quarter coming up next.
This is Ken Perkins. Robin and I and the staff at McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home want to wish Noble County athletes from Shenandoah and Caldwell High Schools an exciting fall sports season. We also want to wish all students a successful school year on and off the field. In our tight-knit community, our kids are our future, and we are honored to watch them succeed. McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home invites you to visit us at www.mcveigh-perkins.com or on Facebook.
Looking to make your vehicle shine like new? Hendershot Detailing in Barnesville is your answer. With over 20 years of experience, their team knows cars, trucks, and SUVs inside and out. They offer a range of packages to fit your needs. Check them out on Facebook and give them a call or text at 579-1374 to schedule your appointment today. Hendershot Detailing, where every detail counts.
Back here at Barnesville Stadium where the Shamrocks leading 49-0. And as soon as we do our wrap-up show here after the game is over, we will join the Cleveland Guardians playoff game in progress. The last score I had on that was 3-1 Yankees in the early stages of that game. And the Shamrocks now, Mark's checking, going to try to check some other scores here if we get a chance. Sometimes it's hard to come up with all those scores.
Right now it's 3-1 in favor of the Yankees in the third inning.
Wells is going to keep. He'll be tripped up. And he falls forward for about 5 or 6 yards, though. They'll put him down at the 44-yard line, pick up a 5. Van Fossen once again has made a couple of tackles here, and then also they credited him with a block punt earlier. So just third down and call it 4.
Clock running, 11:20 to go in the game. Right now, Toronto over Caldwell, 20-14 for our Noble County listeners. This will be Evan Wells again, and he will go inside and break it, then finds an opening outside, and he's going to get the first down, and he's going to pick up about 9 yards.
I think he looked like he kind of slipped as he cut back. There will be a Caldwell Lumber first down as he tried to cut back to the middle. They'll put him at the 48-yard line.
Some other area scores, Maysville 13-0 over Meadowbrook. St. Clairsville still 6-0 over Indian Creek. Monroe Central 49-0 over Frontier in the third quarter. And Buckeye Trail 26-9 right now over East Canton.
See if you can find that Fort Fry Warren score.
Yes.
Of interest here. Fort Fry win would be very, very good. And a little reverse action, a little pitch forward here. That's Carpenter. He's going to get the Caldwell Lumber first down before he's tackled there by Hunter Rossiter. And that's going to be all the way down to the 32-yard line. Pick up.
I think that was Joel Detling.
16 yards.
All right, right now Warren is ahead of Fort Fry in the third quarter, 21-6.
But that is a Caldwell Lumber first down for the Shamrocks. Now is the younger kids here getting a chance, and they're going to try to get to the end zone. This is Wells on the keeper.
That tackle.
And Caden Van Fossen.
We've said his name 2 or 3 times on this possession.
A junior linebacker. Ball at the 29-yard line. Again, more players in and out. Biggest job for the coaching staff is to make sure that you have 11 players on the field as you try to get everybody on the field a little bit. Barnesville has played some freshman games and quite a few JV games this year, so these kids are used to playing. Blake Messenger, I believe.
Yeah, that's his first carry of the game. And he's going to be close to a first down, but not quite.
They're going to put him at the just inside the 24, about 6 yards or so. Third and a couple. About the 24-yard line. We've moved down to 8:40 on this moving clock.
I formation, hand off to the tailback, and a good hit there and a good tackle.
That's Hunter McCollum. Come up, made the hit, but it is, was it Carpenter?
Yeah, Evan Carpenter.
But they're going to get him down to the 18-yard line, 5 yards, and a Caldwell number first down.
So the ball on the 19-yard line of that 18-yard line of Shenandoah. 1st and 10, Shamrocks. I formation. This will be again Evan Carpenter.
Down near the 10.
Yeah, he'll gain about 8 yards on that.
I think Van Fossen was among the tacklers once again. Put it right on the 10-yard line. Pickup of, about 8 yards?
Yes. 8 yards. That'll bring up a 2nd and 2. Shamrock reserves trying to score in this game with 7:18 to go, and they have a 2nd and 2 on about the 10-yard line of Shenandoah. Wells, he'll throw it, gets it out there to Detling, and he will go in for the end zone, and he's got a touchdown. Good job there for the sophomore Joel Detling. And that was a 10-yard catch from Wells to Detling. Evan Wells.
And we're going to get a try for 1 on the point here. Looks like the holder will be Wells and 36. Jack Morgan. No, excuse me, 86.
That kick had the distance.
I was right the first time. It was Morgan, but the kick is no good.
All right, he had a nice distance on it, just shanked it a little bit to the right.
But the kicker was Jack Morgan, freshman.
And the clock will stop now with 6:20, and we will take a 30-second break. Barnesville leading 55-0.
It's that time of year again. Football season is upon us. Hey, Mark Kelly here with Bicon Services, wishing all our local teams a great and successful year. As your premier commercial building contractor, Bicon Services is ready to tackle everything from small facility renovations to large industrial expansions. We're here to handle all your commercial and industrial needs under one roof. So while you're out there scoring the winning touchdown, let us work on making your next commercial project a success. Bicon Services, building the future one project at a time.
And after that touchdown pass from the freshman Wells to Detling, puts the Shamrocks on the board the second half and increases their lead to 55-0. 6:20 on the clock now, time remaining here in the fourth quarter. And again, we will be joining Cleveland Guardians baseball as soon as we wrap things up here momentarily. So we'll see who's going to kick off here in this group. Looks like Morgan then will tee it up and kick off for the Shamrocks. Landon Moore and a new man deep for the Zeps now. Looks like Parker Neff will be deep on the far side. Ball's going to hit about the 25 and be picked up by one of the Rossiter, I believe, at the 30, 35, and just shy of the 40-yard line on that return there by Hunter Rossiter.
So Shenandoah, with 6 minutes to go, will try the score and break this shutout that Barnesville has, 55-0. Under 6 minutes now to go in the game with the running clock.
And this, with the running clock, this is just Shenandoah's third possession of the second half. That's how quick the clock runs here, when you go into the running clock. And Shamrocks have had just 2 possessions here in the second half and scoring once.
One of them, yeah.
And the clock is now moving. Since that touchdown, we've already lost a minute off the clock, as they get ready for the play. Quarterback Street. Rossiter in motion. Resets there to the left. This is McCollum. And not much going as he tries to get around to the right side. Detling, one of the tacklers there, one of the last up on the pile, will be about a loss of a yard.
Also, Phoenix Graham.
And then again, the clock continuing to move now inside 4:40. And again, here in a few moments, we'll also make a decision for a Shenandoah player of the game sponsored by Plus One Pizza. And that player will get a medium pepperoni pizza. And handoff and a big hit there just before the line of scrimmage. McCollum is the ball carrier.
And I'll tell you what, Braylon Lucas, 5'8", 135-pound. Sophomore in on that. And also Matt Cassiopo.
A loss of maybe a half a yard, 3rd down, 12. Street wants to throw. Gives a quick out. And it's going to be complete for a short gain. And we think that is
88. And we don't.
Corbin Varhola.
Okay. He's one of those that's.
He's going to get to the 42-yard line, pick up of about 5. And that is their second completed pass of the night.
Yes.
And it is 4th down and 7. And some late adjustments there, and we'll get a punter. Finally gets back in position. That's Rossiter, and kicks it away, and taken by Detling, and he had a fair catch. And it looks like Barnesville will get this final possession, or what probably would be the final possession, at about the 28-yard line.
3:05 to go in the game. Barnesville up 55-0. And we see Austin Armstrong coming in the game. Braylon Lucas. And the official will start the clock. Trying to see.
And we're going to get a stop here. And Shenandoah, I think Shenandoah has 10 players on the field. And they're going to call timeout. And that will stop the clock there at 2:55. And again, as I said earlier, when you have, getting a lot of subs into the game there, getting enough players on the field or not having too many on the field.
I want to remind everyone we will be back on the air next Friday night, the big rivalry game of Western Belmont County, Union Local, and Barnesville. That'll be here at Barnesville, and it will be on BMV and on TV at YRPT TV on YouTube. And UL lost their first game of the season last week, a tough game, 28-14 to St. Clairsville. They play Bel Air tomorrow at noon at Bel Air. So that will be back here. So check it out. And anybody out of the area, let them know if they want to watch it or listen to it. And also a reminder, we will be going live to the Guardians game after this is over. Clock back to running. And this will be a run. Oh, that is Ridge Holiday. And he's a freshman. He had a nice run there.
It's a Caldwell Lumber first down, gets out to the 43-yard line. It's about a 15-yard gain.
Yes.
And that first down, Caldwell Lumber first down. Shamrocks at the 43-yard line. First carry of the game there. A lot of different ball carriers for the Shamrocks here tonight.
Doing a lot of writing here on my stat sheet. And there's another new carrier. I think that's 33. Hayden Bowman.
He's going.
Yep, and he's another freshman.
He's out to about the 47. And we're now inside 2 minutes. And for the last time tonight on our Village Hardware and Rental and Chandler Monuments scoreboard. Second down and 6.
Clock down to 1:30. And this will be a sweep, and this will be, again, Bowman, I believe, and he's going to break it. And he's showing some good moves there. It broke 2 or 3 tackles.
And we're going to get a flag down also there, and 2 flags are down. And while they sort this out, the game is probably going to end. The run's down to about the 30.
Yeah, 23-yard carry for Bowman. If it counts, we'll see what these flags are.
Well, they're going to step that off, but now the clock is stopped. Now it's running. I say it should be running still. So while they're running that down, by the time they step off the penalty, there'll be probably a foul on Barnesville, I'm sure, for blocking.
No, actually, it's a
there.
face mask on.
Okay.
And
offsetting penalties. So that's going to take the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. And while we're still sorting all that out, and stuff, the clock's still running down to 35 seconds. So, and if it's not put ready for play to under 25, Shamrocks are not even going to have to run another play. And the official looking at that and making sure he's not whistling it ready for play. So, take away that fine 23-yard run
by Bowman.
There.
Yeah.
And the offsetting penalties, but, this game is over, Mark. 55-0 Shamrocks as the final 10 seconds run down and Barnesville stays in the huddle. They'll not even run a play and no need to. And now attention turns to week 10 next week, and the Union Local Jets will be here, and so will Mark and I. And also Brett and Brock will be here with us too, I believe. So that's 55-0 as your final score. Well, I'll tell you what, they're still lined up. I think we're going to get 55-0, Mark. We're going to have one untimed down because of the penalty.
Penalty's right. You can't finish a game on a penalty.
Does anybody really care?
No, but they're just going to take a knee. And that's
will,
what it is. But
it.
They want to get up all the rules, I guess.
We got to do things exact. So now it's a final, and it's 55-0 in favor of Barnesville. And players from Shenandoah starting to walk across the field, for the post-game handshake, and they had to back up there. So that now we'll complete it. Again, 55-0 Barnesville. We'll hurriedly add up a couple of stats and give you the final wrap-up here in just a moment, and then take you to Cleveland Guardians baseball after this. Again, final score, Barnesville 55 and Shenandoah 0.
Discover excellence at Hissam's Service Center and Towing on East Main Street, Barnesville. Family owned since 1974, they're your one-stop solution. Propane, full-service gas, on-off-road diesel, non-ethanol, they've got it all. Expert body shop with free estimates and service garage for oil changes, alignments, AC charging, brakes, and more. Proudly supporting Barnesville Shamrock athletes. Good luck this year. Go Rocks. Trust Hissam's for top-notch service and community spirit. Hunters, shooters, and gun collectors, bring your whole family to an evening of fundraising and firearms at the Guernsey County Sportsman Association banquet on Saturday, October 19th. There will be lots of guns and merchandise in their raffles and live auction. 100% of the proceeds benefit local youth shooting sports groups. That's Saturday, October 19th at Jurassic Park. Doors open at 5. Tickets are just $50 for adults and $15 for youth 17 and under. For more information, call Scott 740-801-1900 or go to yssff.org.
Tax season doesn't have to be stressful. At Hartley & Marshall, we make accounting and tax preparation simple, efficient, and stress-free. Our experienced team is here to help you maximize deductions and minimize hassle. Trust the professionals at Hartley & Marshall for all of your accounting, payroll, and tax services for personal and business needs. Call us today at 740-425-3313 to schedule a consultation and take the worry out of dealing with complicated finances. Hartley & Marshall is a proud supporter of the Barnesville Shamrocks. Go Rocks! WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital provides a variety of inpatient and outpatient care close to home. Experience top-tier healthcare and cutting-edge technology in a place where you are more than just a patient, your family. State-of-the-art facilities and a dedicated team of doctors and nurses are committed to providing exceptional care tailored to your needs. All of the skilled professionals use the latest technology to ensure you receive the best care possible. WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital would like to wish good luck to the Barnesville Shamrocks.
Everyone's looking for an encouraging sign in today's economy. The fact is, you'll find one right here in Caldwell at State Farm Sue Snowd's office. Because State Farm agents like Sue have been here helping people protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and they consider that a very good sign. See State Farm agent Sue Snowd at 400 East Street, Caldwell. Sue Snowd State Farm is a proud supporter of high school sports.
Just like on the field, we believe in teamwork with our customers. This is Ashley Rich from the Farmers and Merchants Bank on the square in Caldwell. With our services, you can bank from your home, the office, or even at the stadium. You can sit back and enjoy the game knowing your money is in great hands. Good luck to all the local teams this year from everyone at the Farmers and Merchants Bank, member FDIC.
It's time to say goodbye to summer and hello fall with the new DQ Fall Blizzard and Shake menu. There's the always festive pumpkin pie, tasty new caramel fudge cheesecake, and more delicious fall flavors than ever right now on the DQ Fall Blizzard and Shake menu. If you're craving fall, you can find it at Barnesville DQ, 402 East Main Street, where happy tastes good. DQ would like to wish the Shamrocks a great season. Go Rocks! Attention RV enthusiasts. Stoney's RV is having a model year closeout. Save thousands on your dream RV. Don't wait, now's the perfect time to get into their winterization schedule and ensure your RV is ready for the colder months ahead. As a full-service dealership, they've got you covered from sales to maintenance. Need propane? Stoney's has a fill station on site. Plus, check out Stoney's massive parts and accessory store, the largest in the area. Visit Stoney's RV today and drive away with incredible savings.
This is Brian Chandler
and Hallie Morgenstern Blackstone
here from Chandler Funeral Home and Cremation Service. As our local youth from Caldwell and Shenandoah hit the field this season, we want to send a huge shout out and best of luck to each and every one of you.
Whether you're on the field, the court, or the track, we're rooting for your success.
Go Zeps and go Skins. Here's to a fantastic season ahead from all of us at Chandler Funeral Home. Thank you for letting us care for your community for over 2 decades.
Back here at Barnesville and wrapping up a 55-0 Shamrock victory over the Shenandoah Zeps. Final time tonight, thank you to our sponsors. We could not come to you on the radio and through YRP TV without these sponsors. West 40 Auto Sales, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Doane Ford, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Allen Hunter State Farm, Barnesville Hospital WVU Medicine, Hissam's Service Center, Ben Schaefer Realty, Guernsey County Sportsman Association, Chandler Funeral Home, Hartley and Marshall LLC, Stoney RV Sales and Service, People's Bank, WB Green Insurance, Hendershot Detailing, Rumor Loudon, Barnesville Dairy Queen, Sue Snowd State Farm, McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home, Farmers and Merchants Bank, Bicon Services, and Belmont Dodge. And thank you to all those sponsors. And we also will be giving our +1 Shenandoah Player of the Game here after we wrap things up. Again, during the first half there, 49-0 halftime Barnesville. McIntyre had receptions on the first 2 offensive plays of the game. Brady McIntyre had 2 catches for 98 yards and 2 touchdowns, and we were 34 seconds into the game, and Barnesville was at 14-0. Trey Tolliver and Kobe Jones added touchdowns before the end of the first quarter. Hines Ford a touchdown early second quarter, Tolliver a second touchdown, and also Eli Messenger on a 63-yard interception return. And all that adds up to a 49-0 Barnesville lead at halftime. And then in the second half, the youngsters, a mixture of JV and freshman kids on the field, went 9 plays and 62 yards for a touchdown, with a touchdown scored by Joel Detling on a 10-yard pass from Evan Wells. The PAT failed, but it was 55-0 Barnesville, and that was your final score. Individually, Mark, what do you got?
All right, the individual stats here. First, we'll go with Shenandoah. Tonight, they had 147 yards in offense. Davin Kunkel, the starting quarterback, threw the ball 8 times. He completed 1, and he threw 4 interceptions. Hunter Street threw the ball 5 times. He completed 1, 2 interceptions. So Barnesville tonight has 6 interceptions tonight in the game against Shenandoah quarterbacks. Hunter House had a 57-yard catch. Vahola a 5-yard catch. So for the Zeps tonight, 62 yards passing. Tonight, Kunkel running the ball 3 times, 1 yard. Landon Moore, 17 carries, 37 yards. Robert Snodgrass, 4 carries for 31 yards. And Hunter McCollum carried the ball tonight 5 times for 16 yards. So add everything up tonight, 85 yards rushing, 62 passing, 147 yards offense from the line of scrimmage tonight. Shenandoah was penalized 5 times for 38 yards. They, besides the 6 interceptions, they had 2 fumbles, but they did not lose either one of those. For the victorious Shamrocks, Casey Carpenter tonight, another great game throwing the ball. He is 8 of 9 passing through 2 touchdowns. Cam Carpenter has 2 catches tonight. Brady McIntyre 3, including the 55 and 43-yard touchdown. And the very first play of the game was the 55-yard touchdown catch by Brady McIntyre. Eli Messenger tonight, a 15-yard catch to go along with his 66-yard interception for a touchdown. Trey Tolliver, 1 catch, 15 yards. Colt Carpenter tonight, 1 catch for 3 yards. And Joel Detling, I didn't mention Evan Wells tonight, 1 for 3 tonight. His reception or throw to Joel Detling was complete tonight for him. So for the Shamrocks tonight, 192 yards passing. Rushing the ball tonight, Casey Carpenter, minus 10 on a sack tonight. Trey Tolliver, 113 yards, 2 touchdowns on 7 carries. He goes over 1,000 for the year. Colby Jones, 3 carries, 33 yards. Cam Carpenter, 1 carry for 8. Heinz Ford carried the ball 1 time, 2 yards for a touchdown. And the backups tonight, Evan Carpenter, tonight, 2 carries, 2 yards. Hayden Bowman, 1 carry, 4 yards. Evan Wells, 30 yards on 5 carries. Blake Messenger, 1 carry for 5 yards. And Ridge Holiday, 1 carry for 15 yards. Add everything up, you've got 216 yards rushing, 192 passing, 408 yards unofficially tonight from the line of scrimmage. Barnesville had no turnovers tonight, and they were penalized 3 times for 30 yards.
And one last bit of business here, a Shenandoah player of the game, medium pepperoni pizza at +1 Pizza. You know, there's stores in Athens, Byesville, Cambridge, Caldwell, and Coshocton. And up here in the press box, they gave credit for a blocked punt to Caden Van Fossen. So we're going to go with Caden Van Fossen for our player of the game. He had a couple, big tackles at the line there later in the game also. So we're going to go with Caden Van Fossen, our player of the game. And if he didn't get that block punt, well, Caden's still going to get a pizza.
So I hope he enjoys it there from +1. The pizzas there are pretty good. All right, again, we will get to Guardians baseball in a couple minutes here.
Tom Hamilton still says Indians
I know he does.
So you're allowed.
So the Guardians playing here. Last we saw, they were down 3-2 of the Yankees. A reminder again, we will be back here on the air next week with the Barnesville Union Local game. And again, tonight, your final score in this game was 55-0 in favor of Shenandoah. That's the 35th. No. It's game. Good grief. I'm trying to rush here to get to that game. 55-0 in favor of the Shamrocks. So we'll hopefully hear or see everybody next week. Again, I'm Mark Brown for Jeff Stevens. Good night, everyone.
You've been listening to High School Football, a presentation of AVC Sports on WBMV, Barnesville Woodsfield's 93 BNV.